There we go. Hey there, Twisters, and welcome to our Game 4 live stream. We're going to be reacting to this evening's contest between the home team Vegas Golden Knights, and they've got a 2-1 series lead over the Dallas Stars, who narrowly escaped with a Game 3 victory. And in the meantime, we're actually waiting for the Panthers and Lightning to finish up here. About 8:40 left in that game because it will also be an ESPN broadcast for tonight. And the Panthers just scored their third goal of the game to go up 3-1 and are just a few minutes away from finally beating the Tampa Bay Lightning in a postseason series. So we'll be live for the entire Knights and Stars game. But of course, sit tight while we wait for this one to play out here. Of course, I'm joined by my co-host, Cortana. And of course, during every goal and every super chat, she'll be getting a treat. Here we go, Cortana. Let's get a warm up here. Ready? Whoop. All right, great catch, girl. All right, we got Brendan, we've got Dean, we've got Landley, we've got Bond, we've got Cody. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hey, Ethan. So, Ethan, you stayed alive. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow, though. We have the New York Rangers, who have moved on after defeating the Washington Capitals in a clean sweep. Not the most surprising, given that the Capitals just couldn't score a single goal. And hopefully we have a spirited contest on tap for tonight. And speaking of on tap, gonna have to pour some cider here. Been up since 4 a.m. Eastern. Dude, that's actually when I went to bed. I'm on Pacific time, so I was up until 1 a.m. Pacific. Hey, what's up, Jake? Last night I was at a very spirited heavy metal concert, and I got home at like 11 and then just hung out for a while. Hackstall Fire today, yeah. Weird sort of not roadmap, but weird sort of kind of first few seasons there for the Kraken. You know, they had that crazy season coming a little bit out of surprisingly, where they made the playoffs and pretty convincingly. But yeah, Humraj, we got you hanging out here, Toria and Jake. Hey man, you got to head to work. Okay, no worries, man. I also won't go down without a fight. You know, I think that I think they've given the Canes more of a fit than they did last year. Actually, even though those games were even close at times. Priest and Sabaton were amazing, fantastic, man. And I went and saw Death Clock last night with Necrogoblicon and Dragon Force, who I hadn't seen in 18 years, but they brought it, man. Dallas better get that dub and take. Dog, you're gonna have to do one in regulation though. If you want to really find yourself back in the series, I think that's what it takes. 2 or fewer, right? Hold them to 2 or fewer. 16 coaches have been fired since the end of last season. Incredible. That's so nuts. Do you guys know who the longest tenured coach is in the NHL? Head coach? RC, what's going on? It was absolutely horrifying and enjoying at the end. The last game between the Stars and Knights put you through a lot. Yeah, well, that's the playoffs, right? We have to get you a little bit conditioned for the madness here, as we've seen games go into 4 or even 5 overtimes over the last few years. You know, it's just anything can happen, really. Roll a 20-sided die, right? And there are so many different types of outcomes for how you're you can be on the edge of your seat with your heart just pounding in your chest. Is it really it's really just about who wants to get massacred by the Avs in the second round? You're riding a lot of confidence, but when you put what is that now? 4 straight games with at least 5 goals. Yeah. You might be back, baby. You might be back. Yep, Dean's right. John Cooper is the longest tenured head coach currently in the NHL. Can't believe the Preds lost yesterday. Yeah, I know, man. That's kind of a gut punch. I really was out of the house yesterday. So what happened then? Are the Canucks now down to their 3rd string goaltender? Is that what it's going to be? It's probably the most even teams in round 1. Yeah, I mean, they've been very close games for sure. And the thing is that just because a series ends in, let's say, 5 games, that doesn't mean that it wasn't close, right? Sometimes these games are just, it's a lucky bounce. It could be a bad call. It could be, you know, a puck that barely trickles over the goal line, an overturned goal, right? All sorts of things. The Brock Star, yes. Love some Brock Besser. Play too conservatively. Yeah, you can never, ever sit back, especially in today's NHL. You can't do that. we've already seen a couple games where teams have been ahead by 3 goals or more in the postseason and have lost. I need another solid game from Ottinger, of course. Yeah, Shelovs? Is that how you say his last name? I think Tanev got hit in the face with a puck during pregame without a helmet. Oh, yikes! That is not good. You know what is good though, everybody? Hey, Victoria and Christopher. All right, so we got ourselves a game board tonight for a chance to win a Twisted Wrister hockey sticker. So I'll pull that up for you guys to see in just a moment here. Oops. All right. So if you are keen to take home, or to be mailed, I should say, a Twisted Wrister hockey sticker, we've got the game board tonight. So, yep, you guys know how this works. So you can see here that every little rectangle here has a point value, and that's organized column to column. And so it's like we're playing all together, right? All these squares are up for grabs. So we want either a total of over 2,000 points, or we want 9 of these squares, of these rectangles, I guess. But we want 9 of these instances to be true, or get 3 in a row in any direction. And then I will give out 3 Twisted Wrister hockey stickers to you fine folks. You know, it says viewer has to be in North America or Europe. Screw that. Anybody can do it tonight. That's fine. Because I can mail these out no matter where you are, right? So stick around, and who knows, maybe you could score a sticker from yours truly. I can't believe that Colton Sissons missed that wide open net on the backhand. He scored some big goals this year too, Sissons. At least that's the most I've seen him active around the net before. But yeah. Is it you or the Knights, the bigger and or more physical team here? Well, I mean, they do have some pretty big defensemen, and they have a couple of big bruisers on their fourth line. So yeah, guys, just keep in mind that we'll be looking at this from now and then, and you know there are a couple of opportunities for extra stickers as well, and for me to either have to chug a beer or do a shot of bourbon or some pickle juice or something like that. Anyway, we'll be I'll let you know when this is underway, though. Okay. Because again, we're waiting for the end of the Florida versus Tampa series. And yes, we welcome everybody, no matter who you cheer for. We want to have you here. It's the playoffs. It's the best time of year. A very emotional time of year, but a very pleasant time of year when you don't have a horse in the race like yours truly. You don't have to worry about Cortana. Hey, honey, we got to entertain our wonderful twisters here. Here. Oh boy, big time carrot. Here we go. Ready? Boop. There you go, sweetie. All right. Well, anyway, guys, I have the poll up here too. Let me know what you think, right? We've got so far 50-50, right? Or wait, excuse me. Looks like the Knights are ahead by just a little bit here. They are the home team with the 2-1 series lead. And so I think, and Sling TV, of course, being Sling TV. Rangers demolished the Capitals in that series. Yeah, I mean, is that really all that surprising, though? Yeah, the Timberwolves giving Minnesota sports fans some hope for a change. Your team doesn't exist? Oh, were you a Coyotes fan or a Thrashers fan or something like that? Karl Anthony Towns was crazy in the second half. I got to see him one time many years ago when he was probably second year in the NBA. He was awesome. Expected a series, at least a little bit more for the Rangers and Capitals. Yeah. It's not all that surprising. I didn't think that the Caps had any sort of chance, really. Coyotes, man. Are we getting a thunderstorm? Oh boy, Cortana. It's okay, honey. It's okay. We've got hockey to distract us. But yeah, hey Landley, I'm doing pretty well, man. How about yourself? You guys got a score prediction for tonight? We got Nick hanging out here. How you doing, man? Great game last night with the Timberwolves sweeping the Suns for the first playoff series win since '04. Wow. And don't forget, guys, the Wild, I think, have the NHL's longest streak without a postseason series win, right? 4-1 now. Really? Yeah, it looks like my broadcast is likely to be from Stream East, so I could be a little bit behind here, but oh, don't worry, I'll still get it done for you guys. But yeah, 4-1. That's got to be. That's got to be, man. Yeah, the ownership was pretty bad, man. I'm sorry about that. It sucks to see a team have to leave like that. All right, let's see here. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna see if I can get some sort of feed for the night's game. Hey, Danelle, good evening. But yeah, I just saw the fourth goal. Yeah, so my broadcast will be a little bit behind, but I'm sure we'll still have a really good time together. Middlestat has been a dog. Oh, good. That's good. I mean, giving up Byram is, I don't think that's easy per se. For whatever reason, his stat card looked bad this year, but I like the guy quite a bit. I think he's pretty solid, um, especially just his skating ability. But I never thought that he was bad at like breaking out the puck or anything like that from his own zone. You hope Utah is nice to you. Oh, are you going to actually root for the Utah team? I mean, no judgments whatsoever, man. Anime nerd, what's going on? I have to go to bed early to training for the new job. Yeah. Oh, really? You think? Well, I know there have been two overturned goals. I think I personally think the first one was goalie interference, but I wasn't studying the second one. That should be the home jersey, not the gold jersey. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you there, Danelle. Yeah, excuse me. I'll point this down. Yeah, the Gray Knights jersey. This is the one I like the most. This is my favorite one they've had in their jersey history so far. It was pretty unusual to me when they unveiled their sort of branding, but it took after a few months. I was like, yeah, they crushed this. This is awesome. Please save the hockey, Joe Pavelski. It's good to see you here, Xander. Wyatt Johnson and Pats Knights. Whoa! We got a little bit of hockey before we can talk about anything like that. What's 30 seconds long? You're gonna be watching Stars and Knights and Lakers and Nuggets at the same time. Oh, guess what? Go Nuggets for sure. Go Nuggets there. Byram had a rough year before the trade. I see. Well, hopefully he'll have a chance to, get a little bit more opportunity with Buffalo. Then again, they've got power in Darlene, so it's not like he's going to be cracking a top pair anytime soon. Lakers, Lakers. Oh well, I really don't care about the NBA. You like the Sacramento Kings? Boy, Coyotes and Kings. Those are two teams that are not. Then again, Sacramento's good now, but for like 20 years they were horrible. Wild from Florida, yeah. 4-1 here. I've got just about 4 minutes left here in the game. Tickets for the Hurricanes game tomorrow. Nice. Love seeing that. Bring the noise, please. Bring the noise. Oh yeah, there's an empty net goal. So yeah, that game is on ice now, man. The Florida Panthers are moving on, and my bracket is about to get absolutely steamrolled. Because I picked the Lightning to go to the final. I picked them to face the Jets, and that's not looking particularly good. All right, baseball, Minnesota Twins. Yeah, not easy, but certainly better than the other teams you just mentioned. I actually grew up a Twins fan as a kid. Hope the Islanders can play hard and stay off elimination again. They've played pretty hard for a lot of the series too. Like, could this theoretically be a 2-2 series? It very well could be. Flash Doodle, how's it going? It's a cute dog. I love it. Minnesota fan, you can't stand Ryan Suter in the Stars. That's true. It's a bit of a conundrum for you on who you want to lose more, right? Sometimes you find yourself saying, well, I don't want this team to win. I just want the other team to lose. Rangers swept the Capitals. You thought it would be 5. Yeah, I think I thought it would be 5 as well. But yeah, I know that Wild fans are not happy with Ryan Suter these days. I can't believe the Predators are about to be eliminated. Hey, remember, they weren't expected to be in this place in the first place, though, right? They had a fantastic season that not too many people were predicting. I'd rather see the Wolves play the Nuggets because of the times. Oh, yeah, dude, talk about bad travel. How about the Predators and Canucks? It's almost a 5-hour flight between the two places. You have three teams that you root for religiously, but one of them made this year's playoffs. You know what? You've got me beat, man. So then who are your teams, right? Because I've got three teams that I support religiously. Pardon me. One is the Sharks. Two is the Vikings, and three is for baseball the Giants. Bruins in five. Yeah, I mean it's looking ominous. It's looking like Matthews might not play tomorrow. Somu, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. It's time for playoff hockey. Yes, it's the best time of the year. Vancouver Edmonton will be a fire series, easy to travel to. Yeah, that could be a really fun series, I think. It could just be I mean, it probably won't be like this, but you would think theoretically it would be a bit of a barn burner. Blackhawks, Stars, and Wild. Okay. Oh boy, down to 2-11 in the Panthers game, by the way. Suter lore is really deep. Let's just say there's a reason we bought him out. Wait, is Suter from Minnesota? That's maybe a bad question because I know he's Gary Suter's son, right? Oh no, he's from Wisconsin. No wonder. Minnesota fans, you're more than welcome to not like him. All right, cool. Yeah, your Panthers are gonna move on. Yeah, congrats, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to see them defeat Tampa. Excuse me. Edmonton in 6 versus Vancouver. Boy, I think that's going to be that. That's a little tough to call. I think, but I mean, I think you can make your compelling case that Edmonton will do it. Um, I mean, hey, Skinner got himself a shutout. That's pretty damn good. Tampa needs a bit of a retool. They would benefit from that. It's a little bit. It's tricky for them right now because they decided to keep Stamkos for the rest of the year, and so Breezeball wants to re-sign him, and they're already in a tight salary cap situation. So I don't know how easy it's going to be for them. I mean, like Duclair came over in the trade deadline. He's been very good for them at an affordable cap hit. They got AC Mont from last year, and he's fit in really well too. I mean, they still have some good supporting pieces in addition to their existing core. But yeah, I mean, they haven't had that same mojo that they did a few years ago, right? Goaltending is a big yikes for the Canucks. Yeah, I think no matter DeSmith, Shelovs, it's going to be challenging for them. And yet, if you're going against the Oilers, I think that's a matchup where you could very easily draw even with them. Ovi needs to retire. I mean, I could see a lot of people thinking that right now, just because, yeah, he looks kind of like a shell of his former self. But I think his work is unfinished. What's up, Ethan? How you doing, man? Good evening to you. More rails, go Stars. Good to have you here, man. Jano trade. Yeah, the Jano trade certainly was bad. The Flash Doodle is a 3-eyed mutated dog that can run faster than lightning. Also, the Predators have no guts. Canucks will win easily. Uh, let's see here. Your house got flooded. Oh God, I'm so sorry, dude. I mean, I'm sure that living down there, you get prepared for those situations, but I'm still sorry to hear that, man. I hope that you're able to get some support for that, and have insurance companies working with you. He looks like he's in his 50s for sure. I mean, he is a silver fox at this point, Ovechkin. When will Aaron Rodgers retire? Probably Panthers just got another empty net goal, by the way. And for anybody just joining, this game hasn't actually started just yet. We got to wait till this Panthers Lightning game is in the books. LGG, hey, thanks for jumping in. Crosby, well, Lamley, I'll raise you on that. I wanted to see the Red Wings in it personally, but yeah, Rogers will probably retire when he takes his first sack this year. Panthers fans say, "Na na na na." Let's see. Lightning have a bunch of one-year deals that might not re-sign, which could allow for some room. I'm just trying to think of like who the biggest piece in that would be, right? Like they don't have any big contracts coming off the books unless they don't keep Stamkos. Uh, yeah, but the Lightning are cooked. Sorry, been moving houses. Oh no, you're good, dude. You good? Toxic juice plug. Interesting name. Uh, since the Kraken fired Dave Haxtell, he should come back to coaching in North Dakota. Dan Bilesma is the head coach of their AHL affiliate. We'll see if anything happens there. Um, speaking of Adam Vinatieri, it's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Until the new dragon gets spitting fire. Yeah, boy, oh boy. How do they have room for that? I have no idea. Uh, I mean, I suppose I can. I suppose I can get on board with dragons in your venue, considering I was at a Dragon Force concert last night, and they had two giant dragons at the back of the stage. Two dragons. If anybody remembers that, getting destroyed 6-1, and that is a final. Well, really, it was really 4-1. You know, with just two empty net like empty net goals. If they're goalie goals, they should count. Otherwise, I think they should be out of records entirely. But that's a silly hill that I'll die on. Do I see the Avs lead coming? You mean do I see them winning their series? I mean the Jets, for them to be giving up that many goals with arguably the best goaltender in the NHL, that is that is a big red flag. Dallas signed Zeke and Damian Wilson. Yep, going all in, right, guys? Stars will lose. You're probably done. Yeah, I mean, it is possible to battle back from down 3-1, but it's very, very, very difficult. Yeah, surprised that Dean Evison hasn't gotten a job just yet. Well, there are going to be openings. I mean, Seattle has an opening. San Jose has an opening. I can't remember if anybody else has a head coaching vacancy at this moment. But yeah, I could see Evison getting another shot in the NHL. Game just started. Yeah. All right. Well, my broadcast hasn't cut over just yet, but we'll get there. And once again, the game board is alive and well tonight. In case for those of you who are interested in winning a sticker. All right. At least the Cowboys had a very good draft. A significant number of Kraken players said they wouldn't return if Haxtell remained. Oh, really? Where did you hear that from? But yeah, I mean they had such a fun season the year before, right? And then they just totally fell flat. They weren't scoring all that much. Is this loss the end of the Lightning dynasty? Well, I'd say that it's not. I think we'd probably. Oh, Emily Kaplan said that. Um, well, with the Lightning, it's kind of like, are they really a dynasty though? They won 2 Stanley Cups and went to 2 finals with the same core. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I think that maybe I think winning 3 cups with with a single core of players, I think that does it. But it's not. So they're not that far off. But yeah, I think that we're not going to see them. I think that even if they do like win a playoff round next year, for example, they've hit their ceiling. Like we're not going to see them get anywhere near that level. I don't think. Yeah, and it could have been Stamkos' last game. We'll have to see about that. Yeah. Leafs are done. Yeah, micro. All right, now my broadcast is underway here. Oh, they got Bob Wischusen on the call. Hell yes, I love it. All right. Knights in Edmonton. Well, they got to meet in the conference final this time. Toxic Jews. Excuse me. How about the Thunder and the Wolves? The Thunder. I don't even pay attention to the NBA, but if they won their series, then congratulations to them. All right. So my broadcast just getting underway here. I cannot believe that the Knights have William Carlson as a third line center. When you have that kind of center depth, and like Nick Waugh could easily be a third line center on just about any other team, right? You feel bad for Duclair. He just lost a series against his former team. Yeah, he did, and he had a goal overturned for interference. But he fit in pretty nicely with the Bolts. If he can, if he doesn't cost much more than that, then who knows? He could stay there. Like Jamie Benn? Yeah, I know that. Let's see here. Oh, off a turnover, McNabb. Oh, he got dumped. Oh, that was Ben. Yeah, I don't think he saw that coming. For the Sharks lottery. Yes, yes. To join Duclair back to San Jose. Yeah, who knows? Then he could just get traded again. Prime drinks, and they're really good. Oh, huh. I don't even know if I've seen those in stores. All right. Here is Stevenson. And dumping it all the way down. Stone gives a shove along the wall there, and he's got Stevenson in the corner looking for somebody out in front. Little touch pass back to the point. Shot. And a block. Actually, no, a little scoop into the trapper of Ottinger. Yeah. Welcome to the land of being on pins and needles. That's well said. Unbelievable comeback by the Canucks over the Preds last night. So the series goes back to Van City for Game 5. Yeah, I heard that the mayor isn't allowing any like public watch parties. Ooh, McNabb crunched somebody too. That was a good hit. Tried priming, it was way too sweet. Oh, huh. No, I'll just stick to what Powerade Zero and any sort of calorie-free energy drinks or cold brew. All right, Heiskanen. Ooh, we got stripped by former San Jose Shark. Oh boy, on the doorstep. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't go in. But Hurdle, nice little defensive play in the offensive zone. Who I got if Vegas goes through to the next round? Yeah, that's a good question because I originally had them facing the Jets. I mean, I just don't know if I can pick the Avs. I don't think they're. I mean, I know that they're scoring at will against the Jets against Hellebuck, so there's a easy argument that they could win that series, but I just don't know, man. It could easily go 7 though. All right, Cortana is going to be Cortana here, honey. We got to get you in front of the camera, girl. You're the star of the show. Can you come over here? Oh, you come over here. Yeah, come here. Oh. How about Cortana there? All right, Cortana gets a treat for every super chat and every goal. Just FYI, everybody. All right. All right, so going to the Bucks is Ty Dellandrea. So the Knights power play will get to work in just a moment here. Yeah, I probably would have the Knights by a very small margin, but at some point I gotta think somebody's gonna figure them out. But maybe that's not until they get to the final. By this point, the Western Conference will be Avalanche and Oilers. I mean, hey, the Canucks they've found a way, but I don't know. I think between the Avalanche, or excuse me, between the Oilers and the Canucks, that seems like kind of a toss up as well. If the Avalanche get to the conference final against the Oilers, I think they have a good chance of getting back. But it won't be as easy as it was 2 years ago. That's for sure. Is Sheldon Keefe going to get fired? Yeah, I mean, I would think that he probably will, because it's not like Tree Living hired him, right? But man, Toronto's. I understand Matthews is ill. Nylander was out for those first 3 games, but it's like, dude, it's the playoffs. You got to put those excuses away. You're paying 2 other guys on that team a total of $22 million. And where have they been in that series, right? Still got the same dog? Oh, totally, man. Yeah. Cortana is 10 years old and she's doing fantastic. All right. Oh, you have a headache? All right, man. Take some Tylenol. Don't look at your screen too much more. Have a good night. Uh, See Hill and that soon. Yeah, I'm sure that I wouldn't be surprised if he got a look at some point, you know. Even if Thompson's playing fine, I could see Hill getting a look for a game, you know. Ah, crap, did the stream just cut out? God darn it. Here we go again. Uh Paying the least players to lose, right? You just can't make this stuff up, right? Like that goal that they gave up on that 2-on-1 from Pasternak and Marchand was just, I mean, it's like these players have quit on their coach, you know. Oh, by the way, Chris Tanev apparently took a puck to the face in warmups. Oh, it was off of the blocker of Ottinger too, and it deflected and hit Tanev in the face. But he's back out there. Agent Shadows. Hey, thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Maybe the Leafs are just cursed. Oh yeah, I mean, I made a video about that on a separate channel last year. Well, I mean, I had a segment on the Toronto Maple Leafs, but yeah, kind of hard not to say that they're not cursed. I'm a little superstitious myself. To each their own, but I am a little superstitious. All right, we get a whistle here at the Dallas end with the first 4:40 gone by in the first period. Wyatt Johnston's on the first line, Stankoven's on the second, Ben is on the second, and now Pavelski's down on the third. That's so weird. So freaking weird. Do I remember how many times you've been at one of these streams? I can't even remember. Um, I don't want to lie to you. Maybe it was your first stream last year because you do like the Islanders, right? So I would think that you might have come for the first time. I mean, you might have been there before then, but we were doing some streams last year when the Hurricanes and Islanders played. You feel for that? Hill wasn't doing great, unfortunately, toward the end of the season. True, yeah. But if he could get his game back, right? I think that they should give him that opportunity just to see if he has that sort of motivation to turn things on, right? Again, not to kick sand in Thompson's face. And yeah, I mean, if he's playing like we've seen over the past two games, especially then Thompson, right? And like you don't have to have elite goaltending to win a Stanley Cup. You just don't. Look at the Avalanche 2 years ago. Kemper and Francouz were a good tandem, but they weren't like Vesna. Nobody was a Vesna caliber goaltender on that team. You honestly can't remember. Yeah, no. I mean, well, we got a lot of people who come back, so I do my best to remember people's favorite teams and their names, of course, if that's something that I find out. Brian Marchand scored to pass Cam Neely in playoff goals. Really? Maple Leafs net, Leafs net. Oh, here's Carrier, the fourth line out there now, and they're trying to hold the zone and calmly shoved out of the zone by Nils Lundqvist. Yeah, congratulations. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden like dropping in my energy. I'm in a good mood. I feel good, but yeah, congratulations. I'm really happy to see the Panthers finally get the best of Tampa and get that monkey off their back and get ready for a second round matchup, most likely against the Bruins. So a rematch of last year's first round. Your favorite teams? I've just said the teams that you dislike. Well, yeah, you said earlier that you like the Hurricanes, right? I can't forget that, right? At least must win the Stanley Cup in the next 5 years. Otherwise, they will be the first original six team to be completely removed from the cup when the top band gets retired. Oh, did you can you let me know where you found that out? I'd actually like to like get a screenshot of that or something. You like the Canes because you don't like the Islanders. I see. It's marginally more successful. What? Who do I think would win in Boston versus Florida? I mean, all I gotta say, even though I just said that you don't have to have a Vezina caliber goaltender to win a Stanley Cup, the Leafs have gotten chances against the Bruins, but Swayman has just been a brick wall back there. So I think the Bruins have a good chance to reverse their fortunes from last year. The Panthers, I just like how complete of a team they are. I would still say the Panthers deservedly have the edge, but I would not be surprised if the Bruins won. But Swayman has to be the biggest factor in the series. But the Panthers aren't a team that you can't get under their skin as easily as maybe the Lightning could a few years ago. All right, go to our first commercial break. Nothing, nothing. Who's winning? The Bears. All right. Oh wait, why? Why am I? I'm not on my game. I'm off my game. All right. You like the Bruins and Devils. Favorite is Canucks. Interesting combination of teams. Oh boy. Let's just make sure if they're in the Stanley Cup final that everybody's chilling. Everybody's amicable, no matter the result. God, why is my mouth so numb? It must be the bitterness of this cider. It's very tart. It's very tart indeed. Every time the bottom band of the Stanley Cup gets full, the Hockey Hall of Fame removes the top band of the Stanley Cup and makes room for the other bands and adds a new bottom band. That's right. But yeah, I didn't know that the Leafs would actually be removed from the band, or I mean, from the cup because of that. That would be crazy, man. To have them not win the Stanley Cup. Since Matt Murray hasn't played in a while, is he done after this season? Yeah, I mean, sometimes I forget he's even in the NHL. Honestly, uh, Panthers, Wild, and Canucks. Hmm. Panthers, Wild, and Canucks. Pardon me. Again, interesting combo. I guess for me, if my second favorite team is the Hurricanes, and I'm a Sharks fan, so what's what's the connection there? There really isn't. Well, Brent Burns is nice save off Hannafin Pottinger and a scramble in front of the goal, and hanging on to it is Marchessault and a block pass, and here comes Johnston the other way on the wing. He's got Robertson down low. Johnston trying to take it to the net, and a save by Thompson, and out in front for Hintz, and Johnston trying to bat at it, and down goes Thompson. We're going to get a delayed call to the Knights here, working the point. There's Tanev. And off a skate, but Hintz is going to hold on to this. Delayed call to the Knights. And now Marchessault nearly got a touch on it, but Hannafin will touch up. And with 12:44 left in the period, we're going to get ourselves a Stars power play. Love the turnaround of the Canucks. Your boyfriend's from Minnesota. Good for you. I've always liked good old Minnesotans myself. I want. I don't know if that's a question for me, Brendan. I'm a Sharks fan, first and foremost. But what I do is typically what I do is I wear the jersey of the home team. So it's not about allegiances necessarily. So there you go. You're a Blues fan. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Here we go, everybody. Stars to the power play. Robertson, Hintz, Pavelski, Heiskanen, and Ben out there for Dallas. Let's hope the Stars can score a power play goal and not give up a shorty. Yeah, I'd like to not give up a shorty because on the game board here, if there's a shorthanded, if there's a shorthanded goal, you guys get double points tonight. Yeah, I feel your pain as a Canucks fan the past 8 years. Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, we were going on 5 years, no playoffs. But the thing is that like now we're finally hitting the actual abyss of all this. So I know it's going to take a few more years until we're competitive. Even oh boy, here come the Knights, shorthanded on the wing. Eichel working against Heiskanen, looking for a trailer, and this will go behind the net for Ben. And the first 30 seconds are killed off. Panthers, Rangers, and Predators. And fourth are the Kraken. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Kraken are my fourth favorite team as well, because they're the closest team for me. All right, here's Heiskanen, now top of the circle for Robertson, a shot and some traffic in front, but a good block from Hanifin. Now back to Heiskanen. Robertson again, and over the net. Kept in for just a moment here, but Stone will chip this over to Pietrangelo in some open ice. And now what he'll do is, while the PK units change up, he'll just eat up some more time and dump it all the way down with about 40 seconds left in the man advantage to Dallas. Do I have any teams besides the Sharks in this series I want to win? Well, being a Sharks fan is like, all right, would I be upset if Pavelski was in the final competing for a cup again? No, that's fine with me. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's the Hurricanes. Oh boy, and a battle in front. Stankoven trying to keep it alive, and Vegas will send this down the ice once more, and the Stars can maybe gain the zone one more time, but looks like they'll come up empty-handed. So both teams unsuccessful on their first power play. We have about 10:40 left, but off a turnover. Here's Duchesne in the slot. I don't know what was that. Who was that to on the back pass? No idea. Sold a potential cup run after getting whooped in Game 7 from the Sharks. I wouldn't call that a whooping. The Sharks barely won that. All right. Now a battle along the boards here halfway through the period. And Tanev at the top of the zone. He'll shoot, and an easy save for Thompson as Dallas has now drawn even 4-4 the shots on goal. Anaheim's purple jerseys. Yeah, you know what? I wasn't a huge fan of like the jersey itself. Like I thought it was decent, but the uniform altogether I thought was pretty bangerang. I liked it quite a bit. Yeah, now that's a good one, Mark. But especially because they made some alterations from the original skate jersey or the one from like the '94 run. I love how this one has turned out. It's awesome. I love that one. All right, man. I'll catch you later, Jake. Connects jersey, Boston Kraken in that order. And you like Tyler Toffoli. Oh, whoa. Interesting. You probably already heard me say that I actually grew up with his wife. She was my neighbor. All right. Well, it starts some good pressure here in the middle of the period. Is that the only purple jersey in the league? Well, right now it is, but the thing is that I don't know if Anaheim's going to wear it next year. I don't think they will because it was only used for their 30th anniversary, but they could extend it, I think, next year. All right. Here comes Howden with some speed on the wing for Carlson. Oh, and he shoots in off the body of Ottinger. Flying Fluffy rating coming. Hey! It's all the Panthers. All the Cats fans out there, congratulations on defeating the Lightning. Now a shot. Oh, wait. Nope. Marchessault thought about it. And some good defense there from the Stars and charging the other way is Stone, or excuse me, Hintz, but he's stripped by Pietrangelo. Someone should give. Oh, God. I'll pass on that. All right. A big stretch pass. And here's Johnston. Maybe a chance here. He'll have to get the shot off quickly. And a good block from Hanifin. Pietrangelo now will shovel this ahead for Barbashev. Stanley Cup winner with the Blues. Top of the slot shot and a glove save from Ottinger. And Dustin, we got a Dustin sighting here saying, let's go Panthers. And congratulations, Dustin, on the series victory. And here we go, Cortana. Ready? Oh, here we go. Whoop. Oh, God, Cortana's lying down. Here, come down. Come down here. Oh, good girl. Good girl, Cortana. Yes. Yep, every dono is a Cortana treat. And yeah, we got a bunch of people here coming from the Flying Fluffy Street. Jaws being a good friend of the channel. And I'm so fortunate to have I've gotten to do a stream with him live about a month ago. Kraken have a nice color scheme, but their logo is underwhelming. There should be more than one tentacle. I hear you on that. what my sort of like counter to that is that with a simpler logo, I think that like for example, they'll be able to attract like more like a broader audience, like demographically speaking, because it's not just this crazy, Cthulhu or whatever. And plus, when you like size it down, it works well for like a variety of digital and print formats. So it's a very versatile logo. So overall, I think it's very good. But I understand. I understand. It'd be cool if they had, an actual alternate logo with, something more, a more literal interpretation of their mascot. Austin, what's going on? Let's go Dallas, and welcome to the stream here. Close game so far. Very close game. Goalie Oh, the Winter Classic. I thought the uniforms were pretty good for Vegas, like as the road team. Like, they weren't trying to out compete Seattle, and Seattle killed it. They did really good with theirs. I heard about the Kraken firing. Yeah, they fired Dave Haxtell. Not too surprising, but you know, it, I just don't think that roster has been built all that great. Honestly, they got a lot of like third. They have their team is largely a lot of like third liners. Some guys who are getting a little bit longer in the tooth. Besides McCann, but I look at like okay, sure. Beniers took a big step back, and they are waiting for some of their younger talent to be ready for like full time NHL work. So I'm not going to put that entirely on their head coach, but yeah, it's very disappointing that they weren't able to be anywhere nearly as exciting they were, let's say, 2 seasons ago. Tyler, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in, man. Let's see here. You wouldn't be surprised if it's a rematch, and I totally agree with you too. I really do. There you go. Okay, whoop, come in. Whoop. Look at Cortana. Parsival, hey, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in. Hearing the Leafs calling for Keefe's job. I mean, yeah, absolutely. They want Quenneville. Here's the thing, though, right? Is it really? Although I do think that Keefe has probably reached the end of his runway there. You could talk about replacing a coach, right? Replacing Mike Babcock. You can talk about replacing the general manager. You can talk about adding, more sandpaper to the roster. It's like none of these things are really moving the needle for the Maple Leafs, right? Because at the end of the day, you have this sort of ethos that is you have this core four of skilled players, right? And that's not translating into success when it matters most, right? Fortunately for them, though, they only have one more year of Marner and Tavares at a combined total of about $22 million. Zachary, I'm going to pretend like you didn't say that. Loving the comment shout outs. Oh, I mean, hey, I'm here for the fans, man. That's what it's all about. Yeah, Egginator. Hey, welcome back, man. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Egginator here is a Kraken fan. Leafs should have kept Babcock. I mean, it wouldn't have been any worse, I don't think. Minus some cell phones being confiscated. Just joking. You don't think they should have fired Haxtell? They're an expansion team in their third season, and yeah, I think that's totally fair, right? I mean, I want to buy into Francis. I do. You know, I'm a fan of his, but I don't think he's put. I, I think that his initial draft was actually really good, but it's just that I think that they need to do a better job of sort of having, you know, reserving opportunities for like top end talents, right? I don't think that they've been like overly aggressive in free agency and trades and that sort of thing. So that's good, but it's kind of like I don't know. I just think that kind of the roster the way it is right now, it's not like you have any game breakers out there, right? I'm sure that there will be a couple of players like that who come from their development system. That'll eventually happen, but it hasn't happened so far yet. And when you look at last year by comparison, it's kind of you know, it's been frustrating for sure. Avalanche fans, are they allowed here? Absolutely. Come on in. Come on in and take a load off. Uh, the no, the Egginator, not the Eggman. I know what you're pointing to, though. That's pretty funny. Uh, Nobody stands out on Seattle. Yeah, that's kind of the case, man. Beniers kind of took a step back. McCann's, he's a 30 goal scorer. Vince Dunn, he's still going to be a pretty good offensive defenseman for a few years. But yeah, I mean, Grubauer, that contract has been horrible for them, and that sucks. I really do like Grubauer a lot, but he's just not been that good. You haven't watched NASCAR in years. I've never tried watching NASCAR. But when I was a kid, I had this one mouse. Like, we had to have laptops for school, and I was at Staples at one point, which as a kid I couldn't stand, like having to make runs to Staples. But my mom, she was running errands, and I was like, "Mom, can I have a Jeff Gordon mouse for my laptop?" So my mom bought me this little mouse that was fashioned like Jeff Gordon's DuPont car. So I felt like a cool kid in school. John, what's going on? Treat for Cortana, go Panthers. You got it, buddy. All right, here we go. And Cortana over the shoulder. Let's see if we can make this work. This is a difficult position for her. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Oh, almost. All right. Oh, McNabb shoots, and off the rebound, they score. Trickling through the pads of Ottinger off the stick of Braden McNabb. It's 1-0 Knights. All right, here you go, girl. Whoop. Good girl. There you go. That's the goal treat. All right. Let's update that. Braden McNabb. What is with the Knights and taking these players who wouldn't be on a roster on any other NHL team and getting use out of them? It's amazing. It really is. But yeah, it was Amadio, or is it going to be his goal? Speaking of former LA Kings, yeah, it's Amadio's goal. My bad. Not McNabb. Thanks, Mr. Vids. Reinhardt and Verhaeghe have been playing so well. Dude, it's the playoffs. You know you're going to get playoff Carter Verhaeghe. It doesn't get much better than that, man. But still, one of the saddest moments, I have to say, for me as a sports fan, was the death of Dale Earnhardt. It really was. Yeah, I know, right? A couple of former Kings are showing up big in this game. Every year, says Mark. Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. It's tough facing this team. Always, it doesn't matter exactly what their roster combination is. They always just give teams fits. Oh, really, Mr. Vitz? Yeah, that was a huge moment, man, and a big turning point in the sport. Zachary, so wait, you're a Panthers fan, but you hate LA, James. Well, there we go. Something that we have in common, because I'm from California, but not Los Angeles. All right, Formula One. All right. Well, anyway, back to the action here. Oh, whoa! The Knights have doubled up the Stars in shots. By the way, it is now 12-6. That is substantial. We're down to about 4:35 in this first period. And that goal was from what? Amadio? Amadio is not on our board, though, everybody. Yeah, we'll take a look at the board during intermission, because, guys, if you stick around, I am giving away, or I am potentially giving away some stickers. Okay. I started rooting for the Sharks because I thought their logo looked cool, and I loved the Sharks as a kid. Yeah, that was my favorite animal too, man. So it's like perfect. Doesn't get any better than that, especially since I lived an hour away from San Jose. Need a Bronze Knights? Well, you're not going to get that anytime immediately, but I think that's fair. Somebody said that they should have a team called the Neon Knights, and I'm like, oh, absolutely. That Black Sabbath song is an absolute banger. Uh, it would be an empty net and they'd miss. Oh, Coyotes had the best goal horn. It was a really good one too. Really good one. Marine biologist. The Sharks have a soft spot in your heart. Oh, cool. That's what I wanted to do as a kid. One of the better logos and color schemes. Oh yeah, teal is the best jersey color in the NHL. I think that's pretty easy to It's like, oh, of course. You're from Burbank and you hate New York teams. Interesting. All I gotta say is never mind. Let's see here. 6 years of that, huh? Nick, that Nashville collapse last night was crazy. I wish I was at a concert, so I missed that game entirely. How is Dallas losing? Well, the Knights, they're playing with some urgency, based on the defeat 2 nights ago. And I'm sorry, Somu, that goal was from Michael Amadio. Yeah, Chance, I live near Spokane, but that's as of 2020 because I grew up in Cali. Amadio's in a healthy scratch to Mantha. Yeah, he's been pretty quiet in the postseason so far. And I remember Amadio scoring at least one or two like really big goals too. King's goal horn. Oh god. So I have PTSD from it kind of because I used to live right by a train station. Not train tracks, the actual train station, and that is way, way, way worse. So I would hear that sort of horn all the freaking time. So I can't. I personally hate the goal horn, but it's really well. It is a good quality horn. It's just that noise is just unbearable. Concert. I was at a metal show. It was Death Clock with Necrogoblicon and Dragon Force. Don't compare the Stars to the Cowboys. Did I do that? Oh, don't worry. No, 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 no. At least the Stars know how to show up a little bit here and there in the postseason. You have PTSD from the Hawks goal horn. I think just about half the people in the chat probably do. Math is colorblind. That's why he uses a white stick with white tape. Oh, really? I would not have known that. The Stars remind you of the Cowboys. Oh, okay. No, the Maple Leafs remind me of the Cowboys. I think that's probably a comparison I can discuss better. Goblins by Necrogoblicon. Yeah, like literally, one of their singer has wears a goblin mask on stage, but he's the only one who does that right now. Yeah, Dragon Force. Yeah, you know what? So I saw them like the same year that Through the Fire and the Flames, just hit the chart. I don't know about the charts, but everybody knew them because of that and because of Guitar Hero. And I saw them at a festival, and you couldn't even hear them, not because it was so loud, but just they were the first band to appear on this one stage, and the sound was horrible. So I was kind of like, it was an incomplete experience. And then I went to the show last night, smaller venue, indoors, and they sounded fantastic. And their singer Mark Hudson, I didn't see him the first time, but that boy, he's got a hell of a voice. He sounds amazing. Anyway, then I probably hate the Oilers goal horn more. Yeah, yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Oilers have the Oilers. I think have the worst goal horn. I know some people don't like the Capitals used to have a horrible one with the sirens, and I know a lot of people don't like the Ducks and even maybe the Sharks because it's like a almost a foghorn. Personally, I like the low rumbly horns a lot better. That's not as hard on the ears. Do the Avs and Panthers play similar styles? I wouldn't characterize them quite like that, actually. I think that. Oh, thanks, John. One more treat. Cortana's so cute. Oh, did you hear that go? Um, I don't quite see it that way, Emperor King. But maybe my mind might be stuck too much in 2022 with the cup winning Avalanche team because that team could attack with so much speed. And McKinnon still plays that pace without question. I don't think that they're relying on that quite as much, but I don't think of the two quite the same. Oh, and off the mask of Ottinger there. We're down to 2:35 left in the period, but thank you, John. Or to do a Jaws. Thank you, John. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a goal horn. Who cares? Apparently, like tens of thousands of people really do care about goal horns a bunch. Dr. Roxo, Dr. Roxo, yeah. I won't do that. I don't have the energy for it right now. Somebody like it was no makeup or anything like that, but this one gal like had the pants and the boots and the hat last night. Well done, very tasteful. Uh, Jets better than Jets. Oh, they were actually just playing Neon Nights over the speakers. All right, good on you. I like that. Such a great song, and that's the opener of the Heaven and Hell album, which is just a pretty much a masterpiece. All right, here are the stars behind the net. A shot off the and they score. Did that deflect off of Thompson? Might have gone off his mask, and it's a 1-1 game. And despite a little bit of some good control here from the Knights, the Stars get one back. And if they can stay the course for the next 2 minutes and 8 seconds, they'll head into the locker room with a little momentum. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. Nice catch, Cortana. Good job. Heaven and Hell. No. It was Black Sabbath's album from 1980, Heaven and Hell, the first without Ozzy Osbourne, and of course the legend, the late great Ronnie James Dio. Sabbath's best album. I mean, if you wake me up tomorrow, I'll probably say yes. If you wake me up the next day, I'll say I like Master of Reality. I actually really like Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath a lot too. And yeah, Suffocate. I know about Suffocation. I don't know about Suffocate though. I don't think. Vanessa, hey, good evening to you, and thanks for jumping in here. Dodonov redeems himself. Yeah, somebody had told me Dodonov looked pretty cooked out there, and I couldn't disagree. That's for sure. I see you're a man of culture. Yeah, exactly, man. So, I named Cortana. I gave her name because I used to run when I lived in California. I ran a video games community. It was all in person too, because I wanted to make friends locally who liked video games, and so I started a community group through Meetup.com. And around that time, I had the opportunity to adopt a dog, and I very fortunately found Cortana just as I was leaving the parking lot of this adoption event. And her name was Karma, but I wanted to name her after a video game character. And so it was easy. Karma, Cortana. She got it instantly. Ben, nice. War Pigs is on Paranoid. Oh, big scramble in front of the net. And Ottinger laying out with the paddle. And now he'll get a piece, but he's lost his stick. The Knights still have it alive in the zone. Oh, boy. Nice tie up along the boards there from Heiskanen. Crowd wants a penalty for an interference. I can kind of see what they mean. Might have gotten away with something there, but we're in the final 30 seconds of the period. Halo 3 for you. Original Halo for me, but 3 was still excellent. So was 2. I even really like Reach quite a bit. All right, Hannafin, top of the circle. Cross ice and knocked out of the zone by a Dallas defender. But yeah, what was that, Landley? Oh yeah, I final seconds here. I'll just I'll get to your question momentarily here. I don't like to use the word much. Familiarity breeds contempt, right? But you can't say I contempt the Dallas Stars, so you're fine. But yeah, I grew up on like Nintendo 64 primarily, so like Mario Kart 64 and Super Smash Bros. And GoldenEye and Mario Kart, of course, Diddy Kong Racing, right. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Have you been able to watch the playoffs at all, man? Anything better than NHL playoff hockey? The only thing better than NHL playoff hockey is bacon and Cortana. That's about it. And the first snowfall of the year. Uh, that cave was not a natural formation. Crash and Spyro. Yeah, I did also play some Crash and Spyro too. Nice. Dio is great, but Sabbath and Ozzy go hand in hand. Yeah, I mean, like, it's like take your pick. Either way, it's just um, genre defining. Yeah, but Tony is the master of that band's reality, and Geezer Butler, one of my favorite bassists of all time. He's right up there with, of course, the legend Steve Harris. Uh, what? Oh, uh, watched Game 4 of the Lightning game. That's about it so far. Okay, well, the Lightning didn't win anymore besides that. So congratulations to the Panthers. But Tampa, of course, they've had a really good run. They really have. So you got to give them some kudos. But now they have a big decision here with Stamkos as a free agent. Uh, oh, cool. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that, man. Whoop. Uh, do I like Guns N' Roses? I like not their whole discography. I mean, mostly just Appetite for Destruction and November Rain. Maybe the best rock ballad of all time. I would say it's right up there. Uh, the Jets played so good in the regular season, but what causes them to? Yeah, I know. I'm wondering the same thing because I picked Winnipeg to win it all at the start of the playoffs. So, uh, fishing. Oh, I didn't know you fish. Cool, man. Yeah, you might as well come over here. We got great fishing over here. Not that I know anything about it. AC/DC. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Particularly the Bon Scott era. But I mean, even after that, of course, like that's many amazing songs afterwards. No Mick Mars. Poor Mick Mars, man. Yeah, he's in a pretty difficult situation these days, huh? Iron Maiden, hands down. And I have like a weird take. I strangely, even though I love Iron Maiden just outright, I somehow prefer their original sound with Paul Di'Anno. I don't know. I just loved how they sounded right there at the turn of the decade. But anyway, the only Tool song you can stand is Numa. Numa, yeah. I never was a big Tool fan myself. I think they're pretty good, but I'm just I don't know. I don't really like progressive rock or progressive metal all that much. So not because it's bad. It's just I like to be able to, I like to know what I like predictable beats and that sort of thing. The Scorpions, yeah, I got to see them one time. And Klaus Meine, one of my all-time favorite voices. Absolutely. And the first time I ever sang karaoke in a bar was in Denmark, and I sang "Wind of Change." So there you go. Def Leppard. Um, for the hair bands, I've always liked probably Motley Crue the most, but what was it? Was it Skid Row's first album? I think it's like really, really freaking good. I had no idea it would be. But, yeah, anyway, I don't know too much about that. Nirvana, I like them fine. I think that when it comes to, like, actual musicianship, we should, you know, have, a greater appreciation, I would say, for Soundgarden and for Alice in Chains. But, I mean, obviously, as an influence, I mean, they're off the charts influentially on, a lot of bands that are still around today. System of a Down, Wham! Oh, man, Wham! So wait, was Wham was that George Michael, right? I don't know Wham. I'm sorry. Anyway, interesting discussion. For anybody, just joining us, we are a hockey channel, but, we do like talking about music and other stuff from time to time, especially cute dogs like Cortana here, and, here you go, Cortana. Whoop. Oh, look at that catch. Woo! That was fire, girl. Alright, Xander, we'll catch you later, man. Tristan, what's up, man? You love the Canucks. You're so Sorry about my season. My dog is cute. Oh, perfect. You couldn't have said that any better, but thank you. And, yeah, we're a general hockey channel. I've got my team, my Sharks. I've got my opinions and that sort of thing, but at the end of the day, I just want people to be able to congregate here because they love the sport, they love the culture of the sport. Doesn't matter where you're from, who you root for. So, that's the beauty of the playoffs, man. Uh, oh, yeah, yeah, that's Wham? No? I don't know. Hard to keep track of all the chats. You guys are very, very, active, and that's good. But yeah, Black Betty, great song. Guns N' Roses is good. Their best album was their first and went downhill from there. Yeah, I mean, if you talk about the greatest debut album of all time, Appetite for Destruction or Boston's first album, those 2 have to be, like, toward the very freaking top. Um, MTV's Live Nirvana album. Oh, was that the unplugged one? I remember that. I don't think I've listened to more than a couple songs from that, but I'm sure that sounds pretty good. Rick jumping in. Hello. Uh, I love dogs. I have a 5-year-old, Maltese. That's a Maltese and something else. And his name is Blaze. Alright, girl. Hey, Cortana, can you catch this for Blaze? Here we go. Ready? Whoop. Nice job. There you go. There you go, Blazer. A blaze in the northern sky. Uh, favorite is Green Day. No, Green Day's awesome. Um, yeah, just a really long career. I mean, over 30 years. How Boston's been around for like 50 years? Oh, really? They only have 6 albums. Yeah, I mean, with their original singer, they only had what, 3, right? 3 albums? Supertramp, Breakfast in America. One of my friends would really appreciate that. Yeah, but that was their debut album, huh, for, Supertramp. Alright, catch you later, Ethan. Have a good night. Has Cortana ever missed a catch? The Bills could use him. Yeah, I know, right? With, Diggsy now, traded to the Texans. I'm glad to see the Texans finally turning things around. But yeah, Cortana, she doesn't miss very often, but I have to give her a good throw, right? I can't just be Josh Allening the treat and, dropping it on the ground. Thanks, Vanessa. Have a great night. Can't go wrong with the Misfits. And I'm somebody who I actually like the Graves Misfits. I actually really like those albums, but of course, the classic lineup. I got to see them a few years ago. In Oakland, and they actually played a really good show. And these guys are, 60 or whatever. How do I feel about the draft chances this year? I mean, I feel just about as good as I could. The only drawback is that we weren't able to select first overall for Bedard, but we have a chance to get still a very highly rated top prospect in Celebrini. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. Motorhead, nice. Who, Motorhead's classic. The Vikings first round selections in the draft. I'm really happy. I mean, we got ourselves. It's the highest we've ever drafted a quarterback in the first round. Isn't that crazy? Dig up her bones. Yeah, great song. Now it's gonna be in my head, but you know what? I have my Spotify running in the background here, so I can actually turn that on. That's off American Psycho. Yeah, not Famous Monsters. Mhm. Yeah, good song. There we go. We got that on in the background. Who do I want to win the cup? I want the Hurricanes. But I mean, I would be happy with a lot of teams winning, especially a team who hasn't won yet. So like Panthers, Predators, Canucks, Jets. Even though a couple of those teams could be eliminated in the first round. Pantera wrote your goal song. Yep. And the story of that's so cool too, because like the team was playing a couple of players were playing golf with like the Abbott brothers, and I forget which Stars player like is saying like, "Oh yeah, we got this game tomorrow" or whatever, and I guess Vinny Paul's like, "Hey, like we'll get to work on something for you guys," and so they got in the studio the day of that game, and they wrote that song. Granted, I know that part of the riff is actually from Cowboys from Hell, but they wrote that like the day of the actual event, and And then the Stars actually got a recording of that, took that with them on the road, and they were like undefeated for the longest time. They won their like first 6 games when they played that song in the locker room. But anyway, uh, Pantera goes hard at the airline center. I, has that band played has the reunion it's really a tribute. I consider it more of a tribute because you don't have either Abbott brother, but have they played at the American Airlines Center yet? I know they're on a huge tour right now. His college career was more than good. You don't think it was much more than good. I mean, he's got some great weapons. That's good. He's got a really good quarterback mentor in O'Connell and also Josh McCown as the new quarterbacks coach. So I feel good about that, and we got a good pass rusher too. So that's all really good. Top 10 doesn't scream top 10 to you. Well, I mean, after after the first two or three, after the first three quarterbacks, really, there weren't that many others available. Like, it wasn't like Penix was supposed to go that early, huh? It was a really good show when you saw. Oh, you got to see the. Oh, nice, man. That's awesome. And I mean, if you're gonna get somebody to play guitar in replacement of the late great Daryl Abbott, why not Zach Wild, right? McCarthy's terrible, really? Like Quasi Cook, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, anyway, you guys have been wonderful so far. Thank you for all your great questions and messages here. Uh, for the Panthers, what would I say was their best season, 1996 or 2023? I mean, 96. Didn't they finish what, like third in their division? They weren't a wild card that year, right? And with it being their third season, I think that, and especially, don't forget, back then expansion teams were set up for like a horrible journey to relevance in the NHL. And so I think that that Panther team definitely should be credited. Now, granted, a lot of that was a hot goaltender, but look at last year, right? They had a super hot goaltender in Bobrovsky too. So I'd probably say their third season was a little bit better. Tank Dell was. Oh, never mind. Uh, should be better next season with all the additions. Yeah, I mean, that was such a quick turnaround for them, or at least it took them a while to be, competitive again. But it seems like it happened instantly with D'Amico Ryans in that regime, right? 23 in terms of how easily they got through the East. Yeah, they steamrolled the Maple Leafs, and then yeah, conference final. Who wins the Vezina Trophy? Hellebuck. I don't see how he doesn't win it. But yeah, I mean, Demko, of course, a fantastic year. I think that he certainly has earned that finalist consideration. I think that, I know that there was some debate on Bobrovsky, but I mean, just from the eye test this year, Bob looked great. Now, was he a top 3 goaltender? I don't know if I'd quite have him that high, but like, I don't think that there's somebody who's clearly, that much better this year. So I think that was perfectly fine. Uh, oh shoot. Oh, dude, that that's just awful, man. Some people just, well, I think alcohol really does influence a lot of that crap. Excuse me. Uh, since it's not about playoffs, it's 100% Hellebuck. That's fair. The only rep of the Dallas Stars fan is that mullet kid who got punched. Well, at least. Oh, jeez. I wonder if he's been banned from the stadium. Anyway, enough of that. All right, Mr. Vids, have a great night. If I can have any 3 forwards all time, you would have Forsberg, Malkin, and Bure. Well, I would want probably a power forward. I'd want a facilitator, a guy who can just, thread passes, and then I'd want, somebody with like a big shot, right? That's kind of the way I see it. That's how I'd kind of build my team. All right, so we'll be underway with the second period pretty soon, I would think. Yeah, I'll just leave that up for right now. Let's see here. The game board. That wasn't a one-timer. What kind of penalties have been called so far, guys? Because again, that will influence whether or not we get some points on our game board here. We had high sticking and a cross check. Okay, so a cross check. You guys get points for a cross check, so that's 300 points. So I'll be sure to highlight that one for you. By the way, who scored that goal? It was Amadio, right? So yeah, Amadio and Dodonov. So no points for that. Oh, wait. Did I say 3-point game for Nathan McKinnon? I forgot to change that square. Let's make it a 3-point game for Marchessault or Eichel. We'll give you a little extra there. Let's see here. There we go. All right. That should be fine. Dodonov. Well, on NHL.com, it's being credited to Dodonov. Norman, what's going on, man? Dustin, hello. Good evening. Yeah. Dean, you're right, man. No pickle juice tonight. If we get a Tomas Hertl goal, I'll take a shot of pickle juice. How about this? If we get a goal that gets overturned, I'll take I'll give you a couple extra squares. If we get an overturned goal, I will take a shot of pickle juice. And also, how about let's see, what's another scenario I can add that to? How about if there is a fight, I will take a shot of pickle juice. Although the pickle juice I have is, I kind of like pickle juice, strangely. Pickleback shot. Yeah, the bourbon is separate, but I guess we could kind of combo them together. The biggest fall-off player this year, Beniers. Matty Beniers. I know it was just his second season, so it's a little bit harsh of me to say that, but that was the first thing I thought of. Treat my dog. Really? All right, here we go, Cortana. Ready? Catch. Whoop. All right, nice catch. My dog is just waiting for his exactly melatonin dreams. I wonder if there's a magnesium dreams in the chat here. Magnesium apparently is good for magnesium citrate is I heard pretty good for not like causing you to go to sleep, but helping you kind of stay asleep, which is very important as we are now underway with the second period. The jersey said 63, not 53. Aha! There you go. All right, now we're into the second. All right, wonderful. All right, guys. Next goal. Who gets the next goal? I'm going to go Barbashev on the next goal. Ivan Barbashev scores the next goal. And if I'm correct, then that's a shot of something from yours truly. Vasi has fallen off quite a bit. Yeah, his last couple of playoffs haven't been particularly good. This period or overall, we'll say overall. How about that? But yeah, he I don't know. I saw some good play from him earlier in this series, and he did have a nice kind of end to the season. But yeah, I've seen those moments where like he just doesn't seem as engaged in the net. I don't know, man. Seguin next goal. Okay, Samsara. I'm gonna make that I'm gonna give a little sticker bonus. If Seguin scores the next goal, then Samsara, you get a sticker from me. Huberdeau. Well, yeah, I would say like specifically the year before, but yeah, it wasn't a fluke that he fell off. He's just fallen off. So what happened? 1-1 game. We had a shot that went off of Logan Thompson's mask and into the net. Miss the Jets game tomorrow because the Pacers play. Well, good luck to both of those teams. All right. Dallas cycling here. Duchesne looking for behind the net, but picked off. I think that was Theodore there. And here comes Amadio, the goal scorer, looking to center this one. And a couple bodies come crashing into the corner as Amadio trying to pry this from Ryan Suter. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Going Pavelski. Haven't been able to watch. Okay. Tomorrow you're gonna get a. Oh, yay! I'm so happy to hear about that. Let's give Nick here, Windy City Hockey. Let's give Cortana a treat, just because you're gonna be bringing home a puppers. Any board updates? Just one. We had a cross-checking penalty, so that is 300 points. Whoop! Good catch, girl. Good catch. Recovering from your back injury. Oh, damn. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm sorry that they went down as easily as they did, but at least you can cheer for the Panthers the rest of the way, right? Yeah, consistently 2 years. Yeah, man. Power play goal for extra points. Okay, if it's a Pavelski power play goal, if that's the next goal in the game, then I will also give you a sticker. And that's it. How about that? So Ben and Samsara. I got to open your mystery jersey. All right, man. Cool. All right. TJ Brody will score next. Oh, boy. Somebody has to score for Toronto. And here we go. Marchessault dumping this to center ice. And the ice coming 3-on-2. And Eichel on the wing looking in front of the net. A nice pad save from Ottinger there. Now Robertson into the corner. Actually looks like Dallas. Oh, I thought they were offside at first. Looking for a scramble in front of the net, but Eichel rallying his troops the other way, and here they come with some speed. Marchessault a shot, and at the side of the net, it's a goal, and it's Jack Eichel making it 2-1 Knights in a very interesting sequence, back and forth and back again. All right, Cortana. Catch it. All righty, girl. Whoop. Nice. Jersey collection broke your closet. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Sorry to hear about that, dude. Get ready to puppy-proof your house, man. Where the Stars scored 8 goals. Oh, boy. That's in... Oh, boy. All right. Now, here comes the Knights' fourth line. Behind the net, they bring it, and centered out in front. A shot from the defense, and a lot of traffic in front blocking that shot. Oh, and a deflected puck. Now we have a scramble in front of the crease, and Ottinger will cover up. Mm-hmm. Well, guys, I don't know exactly when the next live stream is going to be. It's not going to be tomorrow, but there's a chance that we could do something on Wednesday, just FYI. I got to see what the schedule looks like, though. And then don't forget, we'll be live for the draft lottery on Tuesday next week. Time yet to be announced, but it'll probably be around 7 o'clock Eastern. And we'll see if my San Jose Sharks win first overall with a chance to draft Macklin Celebrini. Dallas screwing up. Well, that was just a back and forth sequence there. I don't know. I didn't see like a huge screw up there. All right. Now from center ice, Knights chipping this one in. Travis Kelce's new contract is outrageous. Really? What's it looking like? ESPN probably will tell me that. He's being paid over 34 million. Yeah, that's a ton. That's like almost as much as any other position player in the NFL, right? I don't know how many years that is though. I mean, he's not young though, right? He's got to be what, like 32 or something. I don't know how old is Travis Kelsey. He is what? He is 34. Damn, and he's making 34 million. Well, I'm sure that part of that has to do with his marketability, right? Anyway, enough of that. I'm not going to talk about Travis Kelsey anymore. All right, 15:42 left here in the period. From the wing, a shot that goes a little wide of the crease and ends up back at the point. And Pietrangelo, who I think will be a future Hall of Fame. I think he'll be a Hall of Famer. He's captained the Blues to the Stanley Cup, and he's had a really good career with the Knights so far too. And he'll shoot this one off of a body, and Stankoven will send it ahead for Ben. Oh boy, he took a hit into the bench there. Who laid that one? That was a big one. Does the NFL have a salary cap? Yes, it does. It's just a lot higher. And the salary cap has more, like the way the contracts are structured, it's a lot more, a lot less rigid than the NHL. Oh, you posted a picture of your jersey collection breaking in Discord. Yeah, if you guys want to hang out with other wonderful, like-minded twisters, see the video description for a link to our Discord. It's free to join, and we have chat rooms for every single fan base out there. Huh? Why am I? Oh, I see it now, Nick. Oh boy, you got to get yourself one of those clothing racks, man. The MLB doesn't have a salary cap. I know, right, man? It's so crazy because like the teams at the very, very top of payrolls rarely win the World Series. 34 million. Yep. All right, now shot, easy save there from Thompson, and brought behind the net. Moved over to Henson, out to the point. A shot from Lindell off somebody in front, and Suter trying to pinch into the play and make something happen. Pried at by Theodore. What type of breed is Cortana? I don't know her full makeup, but she's part Coonhound, part McNabb Shepherd, and part German Shepherd from everything I know. Now you got clothing racks for them? Okay, that's good, man. That's good. Down to 14:06 in the second period. As the difference maker now, a goal from Jack Eichel. Twins are on a winning streak right now. Oh, good, because they didn't start the season particularly well. And now Heiskanen, a little shove there from Eichel. Yeah, watching Jack Eichel, he plays more physically than you think he would. And now he's going to lead the rush the other way with Marchessault. A good back check there from Harley. Stars looking for the clear with Seguin. A little nice back pass off the sideboards. And now here's Harley behind the net. Toward the top of goals among defensemen this year for Thomas Harley. And Barbashev, an easy touch pass. And Waugh out there with, couldn't see who that was. Might have been Stone. In the corner now, Harley battling against Waugh. Defensive support, and White Cloud jumping into the play as well. Waugh trying to shake a couple defenders around the net. Retrieved by Colasar. Shot from the point. Easy save from Ottinger, but a nice rebound that got served up. But Heiskanen's able to jump on it first. She's 100% good girl. Exactly. All right. Cleared here by the Stars at center ice, but turned over. As Colasar will head to the bench, and the Knights will change up Stevenson's line out there now. Stone. Hurdle establishing some net front presence there as Funneling the puck behind the net was Stevenson, and Pietrangelo in the corner being hassled. A one-timer, and I don't know if that went out the post. I don't think it did. Oh, a puck that just went past the pad of Ottinger and wide of the goal. And Dallas now playing on their heels a little bit here. And now we've got an offside. And Stone and Ben giving each other a few brotherly shoves out there. We'll go to a commercial break. The difference maker, Jack Eichel's goal, his third of the playoffs. All right. All right, then. So tomorrow's games, I think we've got 4 on the schedule tomorrow, everybody. Let's take a look, eh? All right, so tomorrow's games, look at that. We got Toronto and Boston, game 5. So if the Bruins win, they advance to the next round. Same thing with the Hurricanes at home against the Islanders. We've got game 5 between the Jets and Avalanche, and the Jets definitely needing a victory as well to stay alive in their series, being down 3-1. And the Canucks head home as well, where they can close out the Predators. So we could have 4 series victories tomorrow, potentially. Yeah. All right. 2-1. How are we doing tonight, Go Stars, James? Well, the Knights are playing. They're controlling much of this period now, and so I think that they're keen to take a 3-1 series lead. So Stars are going to have to. I don't know. I can't just say that they need a power play, but a couple of the top guns need to turn it on a little bit more. Haven't seen enough from Robertson myself. And Pavelski, I know, has been demoted to the third line. I mean, sometimes that's just it's not because of the player. It's more because of just getting somebody else going out there. But yeah. Perfectly fine, Rick. A little rain. We had, I think, 1 crack of thunder out here. The Sharks will have over 37 million in cap space next year. Yeah, they're going to have a lot for sure. But I hope that Greer's not trying to, spend to the cap ceiling. I'd like to see him, save some money in case we want to take on a bad contract. And Thompson had to scramble for that one with Ben. Ben's been very active for Dallas tonight, though. Down to 11:51 in this period. You're a Penguins diehard at heart, but the Stars are your team in the West. Okay. Yeah, the Knights are looking like a wagon. Right. Yeah. I mean, I had no doubt that that the Knights would be, in my opinion, probably the better team in this series, honestly, because I figured they'd be a lot different with everybody healthy. Peter DeBoer forms lines from his magic hat. Well, at least DeBoer is doing something different this time from that standpoint. Lightning will have over 10 million when all is said and done. Well, I mean, but then how much does that leave them though if they re-sign Stamkos? What the F are the rules for the faceoffs? Why do people get kicked out of the faceoff circle? Because they're trying to put their stick down onto the ice before the referee drops the puck. So the ref tries to kind of bait them into doing it because they want to weed out the cheaters in the circle. I think they overdo it. I think they just need to just drop the damn thing and let the players fight it out. It feels completely arbitrary. Somewhat, I think it somewhat does. Thanks, Rick. Yeah. Even as a Sharks fan, I can't deny that this one right here, this is the real great Vegas sweater. Overtime comeback last night for the Canucks. Yeah. I actually didn't get a chance to watch it, though, because I was out of the house. All right. Pietrangelo is going to the box, though, for a roughing. So to the power play go the Stars. I felt like crying after your team's choked last night. It's unfortunately, that's the playoffs. It's going to happen to 15 teams. Only one of them will come away without that. You're down, but you're not out. But I got to credit the Predators for the season they've had. And the Knights actually had a chance they're shorthanded. Now dumped in by the Knights from center ice. And now Duchesne. And on the wing, Stankoven gaining the zone. And a nice check there from McNabb. Boy, Stankoven's got to anticipate that. The youngster coming out of the Kamloops Blazers. Hintz has had a down year. He just hasn't had that jump at the playoffs. And I mean, didn't he lead everybody in the playoffs in scoring last year? And not just his own team, right? So it is a little disappointing. Now Stankoven, a shot from the wing. McNabb. And a good pressure from the Stars as Thompson's able to kind of whack the puck away from the crease. Kept in for Heiskanen to play over to Seguin. A shot, and Thompson able to fight it off, but Johnston is able to pounce on it, and we've got ourselves a 2-2 game. Wyatt Johnston, the Stars' leading goal scorer in the regular season, has knotted things up here on the power play. And we'll give Cortana a treat. Oh, whoa, look at this. This is a big old carrot chip. I could break this into like 3. There you go, Cortana. Can you even catch this? Here we go. It's like throwing a Frisbee at you. All right, here we go, everybody. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, look at that. Effortless. Wyatt Johnston is him. His infernal majesty. How does Dallas keep finding these guys? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Dallas is an interesting team because they have a lot of grizzled veterans. Ben, Seguin, Pavelski, and Suter, and Dodonov even. And then they have a lot of players under 24 who are going to make this team very competitive, I think, as long as they're not taking on, Ben and Seguin-like contracts, right? So we're talking about Johnston, Stankoven, Harley, even what's his name? Connor Roulette, who was with the Spokane Chiefs, but drafted to the Stars. He had a huge season in the WHL. So, like, they've got, Harley and Heiskanen's only 24. Like, they've got some players who are not quite in their prime who are going to help this team be competitive for a number of years. So Jim Nill, didn't he win Executive of the Year, I think, last year? I mean, you can see why. And speaking of which, McCrimmon, I would not be surprised if he won it this year. Favorite away jersey? I always come back to the Flames. The Flames, Sabres, Oilers, like those are probably 3 of my favorite 5. Ben, yeah, I know, right? They stole Johnston and Stankoven, yeah. And having gotten to see Stankoven in person, like I was like, dude, that kid, and he's small, but he plays with some attitude, kind of like Marchessault does. So yeah, I can see a great future for him. And Johnston, yeah, kind of came out of nowhere too. Yeah, Jim Nill, master of the draft. Well, the way things are shaping up right now, Cheyenne, this could very well go into overtime. Although Pietrangelo might have other ideas, and a nice strip there. And coming the other way with speed, here is Dellandrea. And now Dodonov, and he's also a young guy. I think Dellandrea is like 23, and a shot that goes wide of the glove of Ottinger. Jumping in, Duchesne. And this puck trickles out of the zone. As the Stars have gotten close to evening up Vegas in shots, it's 19-6 Dallas, or Vegas in front of Dallas. Trevor, hey, good evening, man. Hopefully the Canes can close things out tomorrow night. But they got to win. They got to win, convincingly. That's what we want to see, right? Here's taller than Stankoven. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of fully grown dudes here probably are. Favorite road unis, Rangers. Oh, good one, Jake. Yeah, Rangers would be right up there for me too. And I love Detroit's road jersey probably more than the home jersey. We get another cross-checking assessed here. Oh, shoot. That's right. Dallas on the power play again after we get back from this commercial break here. So hang tight while we wait for the commercial to come back from the commercial. Stanky 5'8". That sounds. I didn't even think he was that tall, but yeah. Had your wisdom teeth removed today, and you feel like crap, but you saw my stream and wanted to stop by. Well, how awesome of you! And because of that, Trevor, let's give Cortana a treat in your honor. Because with wisdom teeth, you can't do a damn thing but just sleep it off and drink smoothies. Watch Lord of the Rings, though. It's a good way to pass away the time. The extended edition, if you can. Here you go. Ready, Cortana? Whoop. Miss the Black Sharks jerseys, one of your favorites of all time. The all black ones. You mean like the original ones with the original shark logo on it? That was the first jersey I ever had. I love the new ones though. They did a really good job on those. You watched him play in Kamloops, random Jujube. He's way smaller than 5'8", like 5'7", or maybe 5'6". Yeah, I thought that he was around there. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, isn't he great? Because I saw him a couple times in Spokane and Seattle. Wikipedia says 5'8". Yeah, well, I mean, they said like what? They'd reported that Rempe was only 6'7". He's taller than 6'7", dude. You won't be gone permanently. No, you know what, Somu? We know. You never left. You never left. The Fellowship of the Ring. Just for those old enough, do not play a drinking game with Lord of the Rings. Stars need to bring back the 2000s jerseys. Well, like the star-shaped one, right? Those are all-time classics. 5'8". Actually, no, Cheyenne. Excuse me, it means without skates. Without skates, he's 5'8". Yeah. You had all four removed at the same time? Yeah. Yeah, same here. Yeah, so Rempe's over 7 feet with on skates. All right. Here are the stars on the power play, by the way. And Sagan looking for somebody through the seam pass, but Stankoven couldn't quite corral it. Here he is, shaking free of Carlson, and now top of the circle, Duchesne a shot and a glove save from Thompson with a $1.19 to go. That's a great question from Mark. And I can't weigh in on too much of this, but why don't the refs wear more protective gear? Is that because they would be interfering with play too much, or they can't have enough mobility out there? I really don't know about that. I don't have a good answer to that. That's a great question, though. All right. Face-off controlled by the Stars. Heiskanen now. A chance to shoot. And off somebody in front. Pietrangelo with time. He's going to dump this all the way around to Ottinger. And the first minute has been killed off. The guy's unbelievable. Like, he's visibly better than everybody out there. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell. All right. Ben at the top of his circle moves it back to the point of one-timer and wide. Pavelski cycling it to Robertson. And a good play there from Waugh. And the Knights force a clear. And a nice pickoff from Stone from his own zone. Ben was able to hold it for a second there at the blue line. Actually, no, it was not ruled offside. Now a shot from Robertson off the rebound. And, oh my God, a sprawling Thompson denying Pavelski. I thought that was a sure tap-in. 20 seconds left. Heiskanen. Robertson now getting around Stone. He shoots, and a chance oh my goodness, Thompson able to cover that up from Hintz. And that, yeah, exactly, James. How did that stay out? Logan Thompson has been sharp on this penalty kill. Hope you guys are having a good time. We'll hopefully do some more of these throughout the playoffs. So make sure you are subscribed if you want more of this, and do hit the thumbs up because that helps the channel. This is a independently funded venture, meaning homeboy here. It's a big investment to keep things running here. We'll just say that. Yeah. Thompson looked awesome there. You thought the Pavs had that one? I know, right? Wish had the Canes had a red variant of their black home jersey. That could actually be pretty cool. With black heathering on the sleeves, maybe. You know what? I'm in this weird camp of people who really like their reverse retro 2.0, even though it wasn't really much of a retro jersey. I actually really like that one. Thompson has been the bane of the Stars' existence in this series. I mean, yeah, I don't think he could have really done anything about the 2 goals that he's given up, especially not the first one. Thompson's getting entry-level salary, right? Do we got anybody to confirm that? But I can figure this out here. Thompson is getting, yeah, he's on an entry salary through next year too. So that's a steal, even if he just stays as a backup. Love that they wear the Hartford jerseys. Yeah, it's a bit of a touchy subject to some, but I love it personally. But I understand that the Hartford fans, or just some people in general, it's like, but that's such it's a far cry from their days actually playing in Hartford. So I understand that, but I think it's about celebrating, what used to be a professional franchise out there. So, I mean, those are beautiful jerseys. It's a shame that we don't get to see those, on a regular basis. But anyway, we go to a commercial break here. He needs to go get paid, Mr. Thompson. Yeah, first playoff season. No, for Thompson. Well, yeah, Hill was playing most of the time for them because Brossoit was in net for the Knights during part of last year's playoff run, in addition to Hill. If I'm understanding your question correctly. But yeah, quadruple header tomorrow, guys. He'll be on. Mark. John says kind of bad reverse retro. Oh, the first one, the Gray Whalers one. I like it, but I can understand it's not on the same level as like a green or a white Whalers. Yeah. No, either way you want to slice it, Thompson's done more than enough to get a good raise. Oh yeah, that's right. The Jamie Benn cross check on Stone. That's right. Yeah, that was ugly. Yeah. Cortana's out. Yeah. Well, she always gets good exercise before we go live. I don't want her just sitting here and feeling like she's ignored or not stimulated, because she's my little baby girl and the face of Twisted Wrister Hockey in more ways than one. And now cycled here from Vegas to get clear of the zone. We're down to 5:40 in the second period. Florida versus Vancouver. Hey, that would be pretty cool, right? The Luongo and Bure Cup special. And Jovo Cup, I can't forget about him, right? A while ago, I saw a guy at your school with a Nordiques jersey, but it had Makar's name and number on it. It wasn't the white reverse retro, though, was it? With the burgundy logo? Now a puck into the Knights corner. And looking for a centering feed there, but nice defense from Eichel and company. And now Marchessault, blocked by Harley. Eichel trying to drop it off to somebody, and the Stars will get a clear here. Now the Stars are actually ahead on shots. Having the power plays have helped. It's now 23-19 Dallas. Will Brendan Moore rest Anderson and use Kochetkov? I think that well, wait, they played Saturday. So I mean, Anderson did get an extra day of rest, and it was an earlier game. But I would like to see Kochetkov get a start. I don't think that they're going to be any worse off. That if they're going to be worse off, it's not going to be by much. I don't think. No way he doesn't start Anderson though. Vegas has the best doctors in the league, and who knows? Maybe they actually do. They have, they have good facilities over there. I hear. All right, Eichel now down for Ottinger to play. He'll touch it over, and now Marchment with Suter. Every time I hear Suter, I always think of "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Yep, he's a suitor. If anybody's ever seen that movie, such a great movie. Anyway, skating this out is Amadio, one of the goals tonight for the Knights, and they barely stay onside here. A shot from a chance in front, and a bid from Carlson that went just wide of the pad of Ottinger, and the Stars getting the clear. And really, I think they kind of got bailed out there. Do I think Stamkos is done in Tampa? I don't. Now it's interesting because he is 33, 34 years old, and he could get a good amount of money. I still think on the open market. He had 40 goals this year, but for Breezeball to not trade Stamkos at the deadline, I think that signals to me that he'll back up the Brinks truck to a reasonable extent for Stamkos to stay on board. But Tampa's will be in a tight salary cap situation. Tampa needs Stamkos more than Stamkos needs Tampa. Oh, here's a chance maybe for the Stars in transition, and a nice block there from Theodore on the back check, and we'll get a whistle here with 3:12 left. We thought you was a toad. Gopher? Yeah, Ben. Right on, man. All right. Well, anyway, I thank everybody for joining. This is This is a great crowd for a Monday evening. Brendan Morrison has a new channel, and Jovo Cop was a guest. Right on. Had to watch that movie for class. Oh, really? Did I have to do that too? I can't remember. I think maybe. What are the squares looking like? They're pretty blank, actually, Nick. We only have a cross-checking penalty. Yeah. Like the Knights haven't scored. None of their defensemen have scored a goal. So yeah, it's a bit of a slow night, honestly. I can't imagine Stammer in a different jersey. I was just thinking about him in a Leafs jersey, but I'm like, well, they don't have they wouldn't have enough money for him unless they like traded out, Marner or Tavares. And a save by Ottinger with Nick Waugh breathing down his neck. Great save with 2:38 left. Yes, thank you, Nick. Oops. You wouldn't be surprised if Stammer stays, but if he thinks Tampa's cup window is closed, he can go to wherever we'll take him. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I mean, I thought the Knights would actually be a very attractive place for him to go. Although now with the Hurdle and Hannafin contracts, right? I know they have guys coming off the books, so Stevenson and Marchessault, but those guys earn less than these other players are making. Then again, Hurdle is only taking what? Hurdle's contract is what, like 4? No, excuse me. He's making 6.8 with Vegas, I want to say. No, a little bit less, like 6.2 with Vegas about. Leafs bench drama the other night. Yeah, right. You take him for the Red Wings? Actually, yeah, that'd be a nice space. But and they got Perron coming off the books. That helps a little bit too. And here come the Golden Knights in transition, skating in and looking for somebody at the other end of the crease, but nobody was there. Will Mark Stone make a half? Will he get a half shot on goal? Have you checked to see if he has a shot on goal yet? I haven't seen him. put one on goal just yet, but just to confirm with you, for the sake of your wallet, Stone has 3 shots on goal already, actually. So you got to like your chances. Oh, and the Stars threatening here. A chance with a sprawling Thompson. And whoever that was for Dallas looked like, oh, God, how am I forgetting his name? Well, anyway. Oh, they score. Oh, my goodness. What happened there? There was a lot of traffic in front of the net. And it's the 4th line for the Stars tied to Landria on the board. And speaking of our game board, that's 500 points because we got a goal from a 4th liner tonight. And don't worry, guys. At intermission, I'll show you the game board so you can see what I mean here. All right, let's give a treat to Cortana here. But yeah, let's take a look at this again. Craig Smith, a shot that went off the helmet of Delandria and went in. Are you kidding me? Unreal, man. That's the playoffs for you, right? All right, Cortana treat. Here we go. Ready, everybody? 1, 2, 3. Whoop! Look at that. Look at that catch. Smash that like for Cortana, everybody. That's a huge, huge goal as the Stars, once again, just like they did in the first period, they score within the last couple minutes. And I don't know why I had them on the power play still. My bad, everybody. All right, there we go. All right. That's got to be the game-winning goal. Oh, I don't know. Who shot it at Delandria? That was Craig Smith who shot it at Delandria. I do like Delandria too. It's just so crazy, like to see him buried on a 4th line. But Dallas has, they have pretty good depth and they have a lot of veterans too. Stars can come back in the series. The Knights are got to play hard and strong. I mean, I really like their game for most of the first 30 minutes. Yeah, there's still plenty of time. Yeah, James. Yeah, when is Vegas ever actually done? They're pretty much never. Landley just willed one into existence. Is that right? Oh, I see it. I see it now. Yeah. All right. All right. Now here is Dodonov. Gets bumped off the puck by Stone. Charging ahead is Howden. And now Carlson in the corner trying to pry this from Heiskanen. Dodonov shoveling it into the Knights zone and retrieving it as White Cloud. In the final 10 seconds. Can we do a goal horn quiz in intermission? No, I can't. There's just too many moving parts to set that up. To set that up would take the whole length of intermission, unfortunately. But maybe I can actually, I'll consider that for next time, perhaps. Chance. Hey, Riley. Good evening. All right. But yeah, guys, 3-2 as we skate into second intermission. Actually, Chance, we did that on a members stream at one point, and people seem to like it quite a bit. So I'd be happy to bring that over. You feel very defeated right now? Dude, the playoffs are such an interesting beast. You never know. It could be, the Stars try to clear the zone, the puck goes off somebody's skate, and Nicholas Waugh is in front of all alone on Ottinger, and somehow dangles the puck around his huge pads and scores. So, I'd say tranquilo. They're not going to go away quietly. To win a series by winning away. Yeah, that's a great question, Patrick. I don't know that off the top of my head. In a best of 7. In a best of 5, maybe that happened back in the day. Canes have the worst goal horn in the league? Dude, I was just at a game a month ago. I don't think so, man. I want to go to an Oilers game, but I don't know if I can hear the goal horn more than once or twice, or LA for that matter. Even though the quality, like I said, it's a weird opinion that I have on Los Angeles. It's a good horn, but it's annoying as f. But anyway, I'll brush that to the side here. Second intermission. Here we are, everybody. Rangers did it last year in baseball. Wait a second though. They didn't win 4 games on the road though in the World Series. Was it in one of the earlier series? Lautaro, what's going on, man? Greetings from Chile. Oh, whoa, we have what? Chile. We got Argentina and Chile. That's so freaking cool. And I think I saw a comment from you earlier today, Rodolfo. Awesome, man. Hey, thank you. I'm glad that I could be helpful there. Of the teams with the advantage in their series, who is most likely to blow their series? Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of an interesting take that I have. I think the Hurricanes have been kind of underwhelming. I can't see them losing, but I think the Islanders have been tough for them. I mean, you might look at this series that we're watching right now, but that might just be from, just what we see as this game progresses. So, I mean, with the Knights up 2-0 in a series, heading back home for the next two, I just can't see them losing that at all. I don't think Boston is going to lose it against Toronto. Nashville has been tough against Vancouver, but I think that last night, I think that collapse from the Predators, I think that hurts them. So I don't know, by process of elimination, whoever that bloke was with the Avalanche profile picture at the beginning of my stream, you're probably still around. That's totally cool. But I predicted the Jets to win their series and win the Stanley Cup, and I feel like a dingus already. But I'm just going to go ahead and say Winnipeg by process of elimination, and that's probably a horrible take. You're a Leafs fan, but fans should support their team till it disappears. I would never say do not cheer for your favorite team anymore, but like it's tough, man. I can't say otherwise. Like my favorite team, we don't have a Stanley Cup, but I don't see how a team that's led with the core four can win a Stanley Cup because they haven't even gotten close to a Stanley Cup. I think that there needs to be a change in that organization, not just in terms of players, not just in terms of coach. I think that there needs to be something at the higher level that needs to change. As glorious as Leafs in 7 would be, I don't think it's going to happen. And yeah, do I want the Leafs to come back and beat the Bruins? Yeah, I do, of course. Is Tavares even that good of a captain? I mean, look at his history, right? Now, of course, I don't know what he says in the locker room, so I can't judge all that much. But when you look at the fact that, okay, he won a playoff series with the Islanders, right? He won that series for them with his goal in Game 6 against the Panthers, I think. But just because you leave a team, that doesn't mean that you're not a good captain. Look at Pietrangelo, right, with the Blues. Anyway, and that's why you like the Leafs, because there aren't NHL teams in NS. Oh, you're in Nova Scotia? Let's see here. Feel for Leafs fans, y'all are fully on the struggle bus. Yeah. I mean, it's like we can laugh and joke or whatever, but like that could easily be that could easily be my favorite team, So I get it. Now, granted, I am considering making a video about the Maple Leafs. Actually, I am making a video about the Maple Leafs, but anyway, the voice saying "Go Kings, go" is annoying. Oh, like through the broadcast, or excuse me, through the public announcer. Yeah, I don't really like that for hockey. This isn't like some underwhelming basketball game. Let's see here. So the Martinez goal must have hurt on many levels. Which Martinez goal? Because he's had a few. He's had a few daggers up his sleeve over his career. The Hurricanes use Petey Pablo's "Raise Up" as their goal song. Yeah, I mean it's not my favorite celebration song, but it's unique at least, and it's fitting for North Carolina, of course. Winnipeg's goal horn is funny. I'd like to see that in the building, like experience that, because just listening to it sounds kind of annoying, but I bet it's really fun over there. But anyway, um, Mike Keenan and who was it? Martinez. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm not reading that right, Jay. 40 million cap space for 4 forwards that still have issues in the playoffs. And I know, like, obviously Matthews has been ill, and I know that Nylander didn't play the first 3 games, but it's like, look, the Lightning won a Stanley Cup without Steven Stamkos, right? Eric Carlson nearly got the Senators to the Stanley Cup final with a fractured foot. Fractured in 2 places, mind you, right? 12 years before you were born. Yeah. They're all Messier and the Canucks. I get it. The only goal horn that really stands out to you is Columbus because of the cannon. I mean, hey, if the horn itself is not going to stand out, you got to have the song or you got to have the cannon. Like the Blackhawks, I think the Hawks have they have a fantastic horn, but like goal horns, there's only so much variety you can have in the goal horns. The songs can vary a lot more, and they got Chelsea Dagger. It works, right? Leafs coach has to go too. Yeah, I mean, I think that the writing's on the wall, but again, I don't necessarily think that that's going to change what happens next year's playoffs, right? But after next year, Marner and Tavares, their contracts expire. You also have to consider that next year, when you look at like reinforcements and adding depth to the roster, well, the challenge is that sure they've got TJ Brody's contract coming off the books, that helps, but you have, and I know that Domi and Bertuzzi were just 1-year signings, I think, right? But you have Nylander, his new contract kicks in. That's $5 million more than he makes right now. Matthews, not by much more, just $2 million more than he makes right now. No offense, but renewing the hope year after year is difficult. Yeah, and there, I don't think that that's offensive whatsoever. I think that I know what that I was a Sharks. I'm a Sharks fan, right? We did this year after year too. We were like, we'll just get him next year, right? We have a couple of the most creative and productive forwards in the game or whatever, and we just couldn't get it done. Preds are dope. Nashville's that's a fun place to watch a game, man. Trade Marner for Pedersen. Well, Pedersen just signed a deal, and Marner's coming off of his. Sharks fan, yeah. It's not easy these days, but we had a good long run of at least being interesting to follow. So we'll get back there one day. It just sucks. I have to get through the worst of it, but the night is always darkest before the dawn. Kind of new to hockey. Don't be cruel. No, well, I mean, you're a hockey fan, so I think that for the most part, you're going to be just hanging out with pretty cool people, actually. It would be the most Leafs things ever to force Game 7 and lose it. Well, yeah, that's the thing that people forget too. Let's flip the script here, because everybody's always criticizing the Leafs for choking in the playoffs. The Bruins' history of choking and underwhelming in the playoffs, I think, in our lifetime, is a lot more extensive. You think about the too many men goal against the Canadiens in 1978, right? 78 or 79, excuse me. And Montreal wins the Stanley Cup. I think that knocked the Bruins out, and then the Canadiens won the cup after that in the next round. But like, that's a huge one. Actually, the Bruins had let the Leafs back into that series in 2013, and the Bruins were the higher seed, right? So the Bruins were moments away from being utterly embarrassed on home ice. And they wouldn't have gone to the Stanley Cup final that year against the Blackhawks either. Part of the Bruins choking the Lightning, beating them in the playoffs. Yeah, they won the President's Trophy that year, but I mean, at least the Lightning won the Stanley Cup after that. Nobody thinks Boston's are frauds because of 2011. And I mean, and not to mention, when the Bruins won in 2011, I think that Canucks team, that might be the best team that didn't win the Stanley Cup over the last 15 years. In terms of a team that went to the final, excuse me, I'll correct myself. I think that the best finalist that we saw in the Stanley Cup final in the last 15 years might have been those 2011 Canucks. They were unbeatable, I thought. Yeah, and I mean, of course, last year, right? Leafs were down 3-1 just to blow that game 7. Yeah, with a 3-goal lead too. Marner 50% retained for Perfetti in 2 seconds. Oh man. That's not bad. I mean, the Leafs need to build their prospect pool desperately. I know with the Athletic it was ranked 28th in the NHL, right? I mean, who else do they have besides Nyes? I don't really know their pool too well, obviously, but they don't have too many standout studs on that in terms of like young talent, like really young talent. Braden Point's awesome, and he always performs. He turns his game to a different level in the playoffs. Although he had a couple goals in this series, right? Yeah, Braden Point is, if he didn't play for the Lightning because of all the other like future Hall of Fame players, if Braden Point played on the Blue Jackets, if Braden Point played on the maybe even the Coyotes, if he played on the Calgary Flames, he would be by far and away the best player. All right, awesome. All right, just a few more minutes and then we'll get underway with the third period, everybody. If Braden Point was on the Sharks, we would have to have one of our lines be just Braden Point, and he would score more than our third line. I saved Kyle from having to stream. Oh, hey, Owls. Hey, welcome back, man. Kyle. Dude, Kyle puts in the work, man. He's really come into his own. His skit videos have been really funny. Matthew's questionable for tomorrow. Yeah. The media makes it seem like Matthews probably doesn't play, though. Didn't Boston also win the President's Trophy last year? Yeah, they did. And they had the best regular season record ever. Or at least best most number of points in a full season. But yeah, I mean, that goes to show that, in today's NHL. Hi, Cortana. What is it, honey? In today's NHL, right? The playoffs are a different season. Anyone have a link for the actual game? Opinionated sports fan, try streameast.gg. That is what I'm using. Keep in mind, when they went to the finals in 2013, they had a 2-1 lead in game 6 with 76 seconds remaining. They allowed 2 goals in 17 seconds and lost the cup. That's right. Yeah. I mean, that Blackhawks team was quite good, though. They won the President's Trophy that year, even though it was a shortened season. And, I mean, they were the only President's Trophy winner to win the Stanley Cup since the 07-08 Red Wings. A pivotal period coming up for this series. Yeah, I think so. And gave 2 passes in the previous Panthers versus Lightning. Yeah, Braden Point is wicked good. And he'll have a does the Lynx have viruses? I mean, it gets pop-ups, but I haven't had any problems with it myself. I'm using a MacBook, so just FYI. On Star Plus, you wouldn't mind a Rangers Cup? Yeah, they're going on what 30 years, right? Since Mark Messier led them to a Stanley Cup. And Mike Richter, of course, and Brian Leetch, who actually won the Conn Smythe. I don't want to forget that. But Game 7 there between the Canucks and Rangers is one of the great captain versus captain duels, because Trevor Linden, he scored both of the Canucks goals in that game. I think one of them might have been shorthanded. And you talk about, a fantastic leader by example. Trevor Linden was that for much of his career. Cortana. Manners, honey. You're on camera. Dallas is your pick for the cup. No, the websites are definitely sketchy. Really? Okay. Well, anyway, that's just what I decided for me. But yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be using them if Sling TV actually worked on a web browser, but it doesn't. Unfortunately, it just gives you a blank picture in the playoffs. Rangers have to face the Hurricanes or Islanders in the next round. Yeah, Rangers and Hurricanes. I mean, my thing is, I don't think the Hurricanes have played anywhere near what we saw from them down the stretch this year. Hi, honey. Um, I've been underwhelmed by Carolina's play for some of their series against the Islanders, and I think that the Rangers, even though they only had to face a lifeless Capitals offense, I think the Rangers could right now. I don't think they're going to sweep by any means, but they could make it look more easily than I thought so going into the postseason. Uh, talk about the sport itself, not gossip surrounding the game. I mean, you'll get a little bit of that from me, I think, but I don't know. I like to talk about things that have substance, but a lot of that's like historical. I like history. Going to go nuke some popcorn for the third period. Right on, popcorn. It's a very wonderful snack because you can just have handfuls and handfuls of it and hardly consume any calories in the process. So good on you, Parsival. Vancouver and Edmonton. Yeah, I mean that could be a really fun series to watch. I think that could. You would think on paper that could, without Demko, be kind of a barn burner, right? Or like a shootout, game by game. Um, you know, very strong top six weapons for both teams. So I think that could be fun. I think the pace could really be good on that one. And I don't know who I would pick to win that outright. In my bracket, I picked the Canucks to win over the Oilers, but I didn't really have a strong point behind it. Stars have the best bench in the league. You mean in terms of like depth or in terms of like coaching? Well, anyway, guys, we're underway here with period number 3, and the Stars taking advantage of a couple of penalties there in the second period. And we'll see if they can tie up the series. And that would mean that the road team has won all 4 games. But we've got 20 minutes, and we've seen the Knights play some really good hockey earlier in this contest. Yeah, but you're right, opinionated sports fan. The Stars have some really good depth at forward. And defensively, they have some pretty good weapons too. By bringing in Tanev. If the playoff system was like NFL, do I think the President's Trophy or the regular season itself would be valued more? Maybe so. So if you won the President's Trophy or had the best record in your conference, or maybe the top 2 teams, you would have a bye. Maybe so. Yeah, we haven't seen anything like that with hockey, except in 2020. I think that some teams had a bye, and the Lightning had one of those buys, right? Joel Ward, yeah, and there was a Sharks podcast that was mentioning like, hey, would Joel Ward get a crack at head coach for the Sharks? Like interview with them, maybe he will. Wardo was he made a great impression on the Sharks as a player instantly when he came over. But I think that the Sharks' success that year is largely attributed to Pavelski as well as a leader of that team, as the captain, with the way that Martin Jones played in goal. But Wardo was a great fit. His teammates loved him. Harley's underrated. Yeah, I remember looking at the stats earlier this year, and I was like, wait, well, how the hell, Harley? Where'd this guy come from? But I think that's what we can expect more of. Will he be in double-digit goals for the next 6 or 7 years? It's very possible, right? Doing good, man. It's a pretty strong game. Like, there's some physicality to it, some really good close calls, and Howden might have gotten away with something there on Duchesne, no call. All right. Knights sending this the length of the ice, no icing. The Stars lead in shots 25-20. And I need another sip of my beer. Oh, turnover here with the hurdle line out there for the Knights. Stars trying to send this around the net, jumping in is Hannafin, but retrieving this is somebody for Dallas. But anyway, here is Craig Smith. He gets upended, cleared out by Stone. And now Hurdle, drop pass out to the point, move to the other point, a shot from Hannafin off the leg of Smith. And now Stone will hand this off to the point, fanned on. And Delandria will chip this down. And actually, he did that before he got to the red line. You teach English to Chilean referees. Really? Wow, that's awesome. Referees to be and soccer coaches to be. That's fantastic, man. Yeah, I think we need to push the interest in officiating. I think we need more sort of competition from that side of things, because the game has gotten faster. It's become more difficult to make calls, even though we have review systems, right? You want to get the initial ruling correct, and I think that by getting more people involved in officiating, you can kind of better condition people to adapt to today's game. We're building your team through the draft and building your team through free agents. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting way to look at it too. And I would say I'm going to say in an upcoming video, I think it should be this week. I'll be talking about the best Stanley Cup matchups that we never got to see, and one of them is the Knights in 2018. They nearly took on the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Lightning fell after a 3-2 series lead against the Capitals, but that's when they start kind of rising to dominance. And that was exactly what you're talking about, James, where you had, a dominant team with a core in its prime, right? With Stamkos as a draft pick, Kucherov, Point, Hedman, Vasilevsky, Killorn, Palat, all those guys were drafted by Tampa. And then the Golden Knights were, of course, their expansion draft roster. Or if you look at it this way in 2021, that's where the Knights start adding through trades and free agency with players like Pietrangelo, with, of course, even like Pacioretty, for example, being a trade. Yeah, but that's a really interesting way to look at the series. That would have been an unreal finals. Yeah. All right, here are the Knights threatening here. And a good block from Stankoven, and now Johnston, a backhander, but it's intercepted. Here's Hannafin. And Pietrangelo shot, and through the traffic, Ottinger is able to see. Nick Waugh's done a good job in a couple of sequences getting into his face, though. And there were some viewer comments about that, right? Best Stanley Cup matchups we never got to watch. So I'll be sure to incorporate those, and so that video will be ready, if I'm really lucky, tomorrow, but just a little bit later in the week. They're all our video reviewing personnel and first implemented in the World Cup. Wow, first implemented. Wow. I mean, that's a very big stage to do such a thing. The fact that we never got the Hawks and the Penguins, right? Yeah, and Nick, that's like, I think that's my video thumbnail. It's going to be like Crosby and Kane next to each other. So we'll definitely be talking about that. There's only one other matchup that I think kind of trumps that we never got to see. But with Hawks and Penguins, we could have gotten that any time from 2009 to 2014, 2015, like for real. All right, here's Hurdle. Martinez blocked. And coming ahead is, I think that was Duchesne or Harley, and chipping that down. All right, Riley, have a good evening. We'll see you around for the next one. First 5 minutes gone by here. And a shot and a pad save. Big rebound there, served up by Ottinger. Held in by Theodore. A chance for Carlson. He moves it to his teammate, and a nice stick tie-up from Lindell on Howden. Boy, oh boy, that would have been a tap-in otherwise, I think. All right, Theodore. And contested pass in the neutral zone, and the puck goes out of play. But no shots on goal yet for the Stars in this period. The Knights, though, have been catching up in that category. Cousin Vinny, does Vegas really cheat like the other teams are thinking? Well, not in the sense that they're not doing anything against the long-term injured reserve rules, or at least nothing that's been that has surfaced through, let's say, an investigation or anything like that. So the answer, in simplest terms, is no. The first time Taves ever faced Crosby was 2014 in the Stadium Series. Really? Remember, then people were also saying Taves is better than Crosby. My only sort of counter to that at the time was that Crosby was still kind of in his, I don't want to say his injury phase, but he had gone through some career altering injuries at that time. All right. Stars trying to get the clear here. Nice tie up there by Pietrangelo, and he gets knocked down. And now a turnover. Maybe a chance here for Eichel. He skates in. He's trying to hand it off to Hanifin. And the pass is intercepted and cleared down. The Knights will try again here with Carrier. And now in the corner, Kolasar. Good interception there from Tanev from behind the net. And pop down and retrieving this is Theodore. And now on the wing, Carrier, a shot and an easy save from Ottinger at the edge of his crease with the first 6:34 gone by. It was a good switch of play, but the Dallas goalie saved. Yeah, Ottinger's had a really sharp night. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident that if the Stars were to win this series, they would take on the Avalanche. And I would say that, yeah, the goaltending matchup would favor Dallas in that case. You love the fight from Dallas tonight? Yeah, I mean, they've played hard. Some like a good job there for the most part of kind of limiting the Knights on second chances. It's been you're over halfway through your popcorn. All right, everybody, what's the best kind of popcorn? What makes a good popcorn? Miss Twister would be very proud of me for asking that. She loves popcorn. But yeah, in my opinion, what's good popcorn? I'm a little bit more you know, I like to go with olive oil. I'm a little bit more with olive oil. You know, crack some pepper over it, something like that, right? And of course, crack some Himalayan sea salt. Just salt and melted butter, nothing fancy. Ooh, caramel popcorn. There we go. There we go. Just straight up butter. But yeah, caramel corn is quite good. Jalapeno cheddar powder. Ooh, okay. Okay. One does not simply sprinkle jalapeno cheddar powder, but only the brave do. Just movie theater popcorn, kettle corn. Salty popcorn, not sweet stuff. You know what I want to do? My goal one day is to chop up some bacon and put it in my popcorn. What about white cheddar? Well, you're unfortunately asking the wrong guy. I'm not really a fan of cheesy stuff. I love pizza though. Parmesan popcorn. Oh, nice block there off the shot from Ben. I love it. Sometimes, the chat's going along, everything's cool, and then all of a sudden somebody mentions food, and then everybody chimes in. I love it. You want to be in a specific, you got to be in a specific mood if you want cheddar popcorn. All right. Like triple overtime. I don't know. HEB is the best grocery store. Yeah. Well, that's not in my neck of the woods, so I don't know. But yeah, seasoning salt. Yeah, something maybe even like something with a little bit like of an herb in there as well. Oh, I'm always a fan of the herb. Shredded cheese and butter, or like melt the cheese with the popcorn. That could actually be pretty good. Is popcorn the best snack food? Because I think nachos or hot wings is in the mix. Okay. Well, popcorn's kind of like it's kind of like a light snack. It's a light snack comparatively, right? Like I would put popcorn more in the category of like just chips by themselves without like cheese. I don't know. I'll let you have at it in the chat though. All right, at the dot. Oh, and a nice save by Ottinger as Amadio was tied up pretty well, but still got the shot off. Steak spice blood. Now we're talking. Yeah. Garrett's popcorn. Yeah. I'm familiar with that. But yeah, the Knights are challenging Dallas quite a bit here. Popcorn just dipped in nacho cheese. How about like a popcorn ball and then you dip that in nacho cheese? I'm gonna be more of a fan of like ranch dressing personally, but I like the spirit of it. Popcorn low key goaded. One of the healthier snacks you can bitch. A great point. A great point. You learn so many interesting new things from our interactions here on what's a hockey channel. Nights with good pushback. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Garrett. Yeah, Garrett's is like one of the premier popcorn brands. I actually had a caramel apple popcorn. It had like green kernels or green, actual popcorn pieces. It was surprisingly pretty good. But yes, one day I will chop up bacon and put it in my popcorn. Maybe use maple syrup for the binder to hold things together. I'll eat it with latex gloves. Otter's been thank you, Parsifal. Yeah, Otter looks really good. He looks really good. And hell, I mean, Thompson's played well too. But Dallas has jumped on him opportunistically, mixing candy and popcorn. Hormel real bacon. Oh God, really? Just the right amount of salt. What kind of candy would you mix in with popcorn? Um, I would like I don't know. Why am I thinking like Reese's Pieces? Anyway, 12:09 left to go here in the third period. I appreciate for anybody who is waiting for me to actually get back to talking about this game here. Stars having a little trouble in the neutral zone here. Good tie up from Hannafin. I think Hannafin's had a pretty strong game. You need Stanley Cup popcorn maker? Yeah, that's right. There is one. All right. Stankoven and Stone able to strip it from him. Worked out to the point for Theodore. You got to think the Knights might be due for one here. Barbashev stripped by Ben. And a good retrieval from Stone. And Star's able to barely get this clear. Nice, Dustin. Oh God, that's its own conversation. What is the best type of cereal, and why is it frosted mini wheats? All right, and an errant puck corralled here by Johnston. One of the goals tonight for the Stars. Theodore advancing into the neutral zone himself, and from center ice, rifles it around the net and retrieved by Colasar. Waugh. And now Duchesne from the corner as he takes a hit from Colasar, or from Waugh, excuse me. Stars able to get the clear here, but the Knights are playing with some purpose. Coming in with some urgency here. And it could be any of their four lines because the fourth line here is just upping the ante even more. Out to the point. Martinez And a shot from the center of the zone. A great back check there, or a great strip, I guess, from Kolasar. He's having a really nice shift. And finally, the Stars can lift this clear. The Jets overused Hellebuck in the season. Yeah, I mean, it's not just this playoffs, man. He's had some rough playoffs. Uh, Counter to frosted mini wheats cinnamon toast crunch. I do like cinnamon toast crunch. The flavor is awesome. If like the flavor of cinnamon toast, I think they had their own frosted mini wheats. I think had their like a I don't know, cinnamon variety at one point, right? Because like the two of them together, if they like met each other and fused, then yeah, that would be an all-time great. French toast crunch, that's what it would be, right? But yeah, cinnamon toast crunch is great. As we go to a commercial, by the way, everybody, Rice Krispies are classic. I used to eat some Rice Krispies here and there. Cereal with no milk. I could never really do that myself. When it comes to cereal, I always go with cornflakes. Even just plain old cornflakes is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Captain Crunch is worth the pain. Captain Crunch is a really good topping for frozen yogurt. I've found. About the controversy surrounding Marner. Uh, you mean like with what happened at the bench yesterday? I mean, that's not like so out of the ordinary. I'd say more it's just like a microcosm of him just not getting on the score sheet during the playoffs. I know that like the advanced stats actually indicate that he plays pretty well defensively still, which I've never thought that he's cost them a series defensively, but yeah, it's just that somebody has to come through in a way that we didn't see in the regular season. And when you're making almost $11 million, you would think that he would be one of those guys, or you would think that Tavares would be one of those guys. So that's kind of my opinion on that. If that kind of answers your question. What goes in the bowl first, the milk or the cereal? Well, I mean, the cereal has to be cascaded by the milk. So you pour the cereal in first, in my opinion. Maple syrup Eggo cereal. Oh, interesting. I've never had that. Overnight oats are better than cereal. Better Oats 100 calorie oatmeal is surprisingly really, really freaking good. Rice checks and cornflakes, fruity pebbles. Fruity pebbles were pretty damn good back in my day. I even made, like, for my science fair experiment, I made a cereal slide. Oh, and a shot and a nice save from Thompson, but still alive and now picked up by Hurdle. And Hurdle can't quite get this all the way behind the goal line. And it's a one and done for the Knights. Cocoa Puffs. I was more of Cocoa Pebbles, but I ate a couple boxes of Cocoa Puffs in my days. Eichel, a shot from the top of the slot and ramping off a stick and out of play. A cereal slide. Yeah, so I took it was like a box of dish detergent, like powdered dish detergent. I took the little, because you have the cardboard, and then you have this little like metal thing that pulls out from it, and you can pour it out that way. So I basically fashioned one of those to a cereal box. So then that way you don't have to worry about your cereal going bad and whatnot. Oh, Jake, right there. Reese's Puffs. Love them. Love them, love them. Lucky Charms are amazing, and yet there's always that one person who just digs out the marshmallows. And I know for a fact that none of you were that person. Raisin Bran. I liked Raisin Bran Crunch with the granola. If anybody ever found Smart Start in the grocery store, that was one of my all-time favorites as well. James is guilty. Shame. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for entertaining me with that. You've been wonderful. Hope you've had a good time with us tonight, guys. Do hit the thumbs up. It does help the channel. And if you're new here and like streams like this, then yeah, feel free to subscribe. We're fans of all teams here. You dig out the mallows. Cat Munch peanut butter. Ooh, I never had that. Serial Confessions. That sounds like a good name for a YouTube channel. You never like the sugary ones? Oh, that's good for you. Nobody mentioning Frosted Cheerios though, huh? Favorite breakfast food. Oh God, I almost need to make a separate live stream for that. I'll hang that up as I get back to the conversation around what's actually happening here in the Dallas Stars zone. Actually, no, they're offensively coming ahead here. Here's Heiskanen, a one-timer off the pad of Thompson. Waugh able to lift this clear. Kolasar coming down into the Dallas Stars corner and giving Heiskanen a ride. And a chance in front. Oh, and tied up there was Kolasar. And surprisingly, he did not draw a penalty. And now Whitecloud will have to start from behind his own goal. As the Knights' fourth line has actually had a really good game overall, but especially in this period. But yeah, I'll just take a Belgian waffle stuffed with bacon and drizzled in maple syrup, and then put some eggs in between, and then another waffle on top with bacon waffle on top with maple syrup. I don't know, man. French toast with powdered sugar and strawberries with crispy bacon and apple juice. Biscuits and gravy, super good. I gotta be in a certain mood to have it, but it's quite good. All right. Knights with the puck behind the Dallas goal. But good job at the Stars defense there to fish that out and get it clear, but they're going to come the other way offside. 28-27, the shots favor the Stars. Aha, a wise man said, there is no problem that cannot be solved there's no problem that cannot be solved without breakfast food. And that same man once had a pyramid of greatness that, upon receiving as a Christmas gift, I put above my toilet so that when I had to relieve myself, I was looking right into the eyes of Ron Swanson. Nice. I love a good bagel breakfast sandwich. Oh, yeah. I mean, those can be amazing too. Just make sure you put some avocado on there. Oh, here's Craig Smith, a toe drag, and a great check there. Who was that? Was that Pietrangelo? He just saved a goal. Baconalia. What is that? All right. Knights getting this clear and shipped in from center ice behind Ottinger. Takes a hard bounce, and now Harley able to play it, but we got a puck. I thought it was out of play, but it will go for icing with 7:14 left in regulation. Jake Ottinger has kept his team ahead. But yeah, Craig Smith had an empty net. He had Thompson beat, and Pietrangelo got a bit of his stick, but really Smith should have tucked that home. Homemade huevos rancheros. Anything with Mexican flavors? Occasionally, I like to add some like black beans into my eggs, or or I top things with like chipotle hot sauce or something like that. Now Marchessault a little bit quiet in this game, I'd say. His line hasn't. Well, actually, no. Eichel obviously has the goal, but Marchessault hasn't been quite like what we saw last year. But that was he was Super Saiyan level 16. Now here's Hurdle, drawing a bunch of defenders and turning it over. And I think Heiskanen was the one popping that out of the zone. Now Marchessault centering it, and Eichel gets stripped up here. Theodore, he had a defender down, a one-timer, and an easy save from Ottinger. Still alive, though. Pabst just fell over in the middle of the ice. I saw somebody block a shot there. Ottinger. No, never mind. Now Pavelski able to get the clear, and McNabb giving somebody a shove. As we're down to 6:05. And the Stars able to dump this down behind Thompson just past center ice, so no icing. Now from center ice with a lot of speed comes Brett Howden. Behind the net. Maybe a chance here. And Hannafin's going to have to back up as the Stars charge the other way with Jamie Benn. Steered aside by Thompson. Now Johnston trying to get around Carlson in the corner, but Petrangelo's there in support. Kept in by Suter, and a shot and a save and a cover up here for Thompson with 5:34 left, guys. A breakfast burrito with hash browns, peppers, onions, sausage, and eggs. That sounds fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so commercial break, everybody. But yeah, in terms of the game board, we might see I don't know, we might see a couple of these check off, but I actually wait, hold on, everyone. Now, I don't want to sound like a jinx, but I gotta say it because we're talking about potentially giving away a sticker at the end of the game. All right. But I was going to say, Jake Ottinger has a 931 save percentage. If he gets it above 935, I'm going to give away a sticker at the end of the stream. If the Stars get over the Vegas hump, then they can go to the final. I can kind of see that. I mean, the Avalanche, obviously they're playing really well at this moment, but the Stars, they've learned to beat the Avalanche, whereas the past couple of years, they were having trouble with that. That was something that I'd always kind of had a sharp criticism of. So I can kind of see what you're saying. And then they would play the winner of Vancouver versus Edmonton. And when you look just at the goaltending matchup, if Vancouver doesn't have Demko for that, then I can see what you mean. Is Thompson a farm product of the Knights? Let's take a look. We're in a commercial break just in case people are just tuning in here. Logan Thompson. Well, Hockey Reference doesn't have that, but Logan Thompson, as somebody might have already answered this, but he was undrafted. He's 27 now, so that's you're just getting into your prime when you're 27 as a goaltender. So that's a hell of a find for McCrimmon. All right. And now Harley. And a lot of traffic in front of the net there. Dodonov trying to extend the play, and Carlson able to bounce this one ahead to a teammate. Here is Waugh. That fourth line, they've had a lot of ice time, and there's a good reason why. They've looked really good. They'll have to regain the zone, though. At the point, Petrangelo at the top of the circle now. A shot, and Carlson can't hit the net there. Or Howden. No, it's Carlson out there with Waugh. Oh, so they've shaken things up a little bit. Amadio, top of the slot, and a shot. And I don't know if anybody got a piece of that. Duchesne was the one who went down for the block. Another shot, immediately blocked. Now to 4:40 left. At the top of the zone, a shot, Hannafin, and that goes off the backboards. Retrieved by Petrangelo and handed back to Hannafin. Considering the one-timer there, Amadio with Carlson in front of the net. The Stars have to be getting a little bit tired here. Skating all through the zone is Hannafin, and he's finally stripped there, and Dallas can get the clear as we get down to about 4:10. I kind of see what you mean, Parsival. I mean, they have a more you might say that they have a more complete team at this time right now. Stars able to get the clear. And at center ice, Tomas Hertl. Does he have a little bit of 2019 Game 6 magic in him? No, I'm just messing. As he puts down a star at the boards there, Robertson. And now Heiskanen. He'll rifle this around his net. And Pavelski, nice job to get that clear, but not deep. And the Knights can re-enter here with Marchessault. Here comes Eichel. A shot and a save from Ottinger. We're down to 3:26, everybody. Oh yeah, I see Thompson kind of drifting toward the top of his zone. Yeah. I don't know if they'd pull him that early though. Or would they? Knuckles need a crack. There we go. All right. Sagan against Stevenson. And Tanev able to hand this over to Harley. Now here comes Johnston. He's got a teammate out there. Johnston shoots and a save with the glove there by Thompson. Yeah, they can't pull Thompson just yet, but it would be a little bit early to do that. Now we're tied at shots, or at 31 for shots on goal, by the way, everybody. Yeah, good glove save. He's looked good flashing the leather tonight. Hannafin now center ice, dumped in. Ottinger. Oh, he couldn't. He fanned on the puck there. Now Delandria trying to tie up Carlson. He'll work it over to Hannafin. A shot and a lot of traffic in front, but the shot went wide off the end boards. Craig Smith, and bumped ahead. And the Stars able to chew up a little bit more time here as we get now down to 2:40 as Pietrangelo gets put down at center ice by Duchesne. Marchessault gets stripped by Duchesne. Duchesne's, boy, last few minutes, he's made some great blocks and that sort of thing. Now Marchessault backhands one into the Star zone, but it's immediately gloved down and played into the neutral. And now the puck gets down behind Thompson. Pavelski able to pinch or seal things off from the boards. Duchesne trying to get a little insurance here. That would be something else. Now behind the Knights net, Pavelski heading toward the net. And Theodore will help advance this over to Eichel. And the Knights will try to get to work on the forecheck here with Hurdle. Thompson heading toward the bench. A chance at the side and a big save from Ottinger off of Hurdle. Work to the point for Hannafin. He's been out for just about every minute this period. A shot, a lot of traffic in front. And a rebound, but not cleared. Here is Theodore. I won't be looking at the chat right now because here's a big possession. A shot and a huge block in front from Hintz. Still alive for Hannafin. And now Theodore. Stevenson. And now at the top of the zone for Theodore. And a bobbling puck, and the Stars can now go for the empty net, and they score! It's Rope Hintz. And that will just about do it as the Stars might be heading back to Dallas with a tied series. And doing that in the Fortress, I don't care what seed the Knights have been in the playoffs. That does not come easily, does it, Cortana? Wow. And yeah, it was that bobbling puck that hit Theodore's stick. When Dallas starts putting nameplates back on their jerseys, they haven't used nameplates. Since Reebok. Gutsy 2 road wins. I mean, hey, Gutsy 2 road wins for both teams, right? We're down to 122. We'll see if there's any sort of life here for the Knights. The Flying Fin, Rope. Yeah, so now it becomes a best of 3. But I'm going to stay on this call here till the end of the game, so stick around if you'd like. And if you have to go, I do understand, but do remember, please leave a thumbs up. It'll help the channel. All right, Jake, have a great night. Yeah, it is kind of late over where you are, 11:30. All right, Dean. Sleep well, man. Sleep well. You never know. The playoffs are mysterious. They act in a mysterious way. All right, Cheyenne. Have a good one. And good luck to the Preds tomorrow, by the way. Looks like a sticker is still in play. Yeah, if Ottinger ends up with a 935, I will give one away. I forgot about that, guys. And he's at a 941, so fingers crossed. I'd be happy to give one away here. But the Stars have been able to hold the Vegas zone for a little while there. And now Thompson charges out, and Stevenson will play it to a teammate and driving in, and the net comes off, and we're going to get a penalty, I think, to the Stars here. Today's what? April 29th. That's right. So we're going to get a call to Ryan Suter. It's a hooking penalty. Yeah, not over entirely. All right, so we're going to get a penalty in the Dallas zone. And now Stevenson. Eichel shaking big. He shoots and blocked by Tanev. Stone feeding the point for Hanifin. Working the other dot for Eichel, a shot and a snatch of the trapper with Ottinger. Putting together a real big game for him, man. Luke says, awesome game. Yeah, it's been a great game for sure. 935. 935 or above. That's totally fair. 935 or above. But yeah. 145 left in the period. Or regulation, I should say. Hanifin. Out to the dot. Stevenson, bumper pass. He should have just shot that, I think. But here he is. Hanifin, a shot. And ramps off a stick and over the net. A chance in front. Big tie up in front of the net. And maybe Stevenson. He works it over to Eichel. A shot goes a little bit wide. And now, not quite cleared down. Hanifin stings onto it. Stevenson finds Hurdle. Stevenson. And back to Hanifin. The one-timer. And a puck that goes all the way out of the zone. And the Dallas Stars are the victors. And guys, save your money when it comes to betting. All right. Hey, guys, I'm going to give away a sticker now. Okay. So it is now 12:33 Eastern. Win a sticker right here. I'll give a sticker away in the next 5 minutes. All you got to do is see that form. It's a link to a Google form. All you got to do is enter your YouTube name, no other information, and I will draw a person at random to win a Twisted Wrister Hockey sticker. How about that? And you know what? I'm not just going to give away one. I'll give away 2 stickers, all right? So click the link that I just posted here and win a sticker. I know some people have to go. That's totally cool. Just leave a thumbs up before you go if you could. And I'll give away the stickers in 5 minutes. So you have until 12:38, and then we'll do the drawing for one, okay? All right. Sounds good, Eric. Have a great night. Oh, wow. We only have 3 responses so far. So, I mean, your chances of winning a sticker are pretty good. Who do I think takes it home tomorrow? And who's going home and who stays alive? All right. Tomorrow, let's see here. We got let's see here. Bruins and Maple Leafs. I would think the Bruins would just finish this out. I could see the Islanders pushing a sixth game, and I think the Jets could push a sixth game. Canucks, I think the Canucks they have enough momentum. I think they'll close it out. So, I mean, hey, I'm not counting on myself being right entirely, but I'll take Boston, New York, Islanders, Winnipeg, and probably Vancouver. It's finals week, so you got to head out. All right, man. Have a great night, and good luck with those studying. Subscribe to Claim You. Oh my God, I was wondering if somebody would ask this. I actually will not be. If the series goes later, I will do my best to do so. But I'm probably going to be working on a video during that time tomorrow night that is a bit time sensitive. But I would like to get on the mic for a Canucks game for sure. All right. You had Nashville in 5. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did you have Nashville going to the conference final or what? Let's go. We're all square. Yeah. What a series this is turning out to be, just based on all the road. All the games have been won by the road team. So yeah, everybody, I'll give you 2 more minutes to enter to win a sticker. We only have 5 responses, guys. I'm giving away 2 stickers, so your chances are actually pretty good. All you gotta do is click the link in my pinned message here. You had Nashville losing to Edmonton. Okay. All right. Oh wait, why am I putting StreamYard on my other monitor? I meant to do the form. There we go. All right. You have 1 minute to enter to win a sticker. Like I said, all you got to do here. If anybody's like wondering how this works, all you got to do is click the link that I have in my pin message there, and then it says, "What is your YouTube profile name?" And then you just hit submit. And yeah, because I only have 5 responses right now, so make that 6. Yep. So I'm not like actually collecting people's info because that's bad. That's bad. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I'll be back with a live stream maybe Wednesday. What does Wednesday's schedule look like? Oh, Vegas net. Yeah, I'd probably do. Oh, wow. The Stars are going to be playing at 4:30 Pacific for me. But the Oilers and Kings will play Game 5 at 7:00 on Wednesday. So I might be live for that one. All right, guys. Well, we'll draw for the stickers in 15 seconds. Wednesday, but probably not tomorrow. Yeah, because I don't think I'll be around for tomorrow. All right, let's take a look here, everybody. So we only had 6 people, so you have a good chance. You have a 1 in 3 chance. So here's how it works. Patrick is the first person who entered. Travis is the last person who entered. So I will draw a random number between 1 and 6. My first one is 3. So James Bacon, you are the first winner. All you have to do now is either send me an email or get in touch with me on X or on Instagram. Just see the video description for a link to that. And so, James, congrats. I'm happy to give you a sticker. And the other sticker will go to number 4. And that is, Nick. Nick, you've won a sticker. So just reach out to me because I won't do this until, I won't, get this prepped until tomorrow. So, but yeah, I'm happy to hook you up. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. Again, please do leave a thumbs up before you go. And we'll do more of these should we have great audiences like we did tonight. So thank you so much for being a part of that. And we'll have our next video on the channel pretty soon too. I'm done with the majority of that work. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. And thanks again for supporting the channel. All right. Bye-bye.